Owen, tell me something.
Truman, did you know that I was right all along about the Dolphins and that we should have had them on Fraud Watch a lot sooner?
Dahm, that's true. Oh, you had a longer... Nah, that's all right. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Dahm, that's true. Of course, I'm your host with the most, Truman Steam Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined here by my co-host, Owen, the Bomb, Dahm.
What's up, everybody?
Is it the Bomb, Owen, Dahm? Man, I'm all over the place today.
The Bomb, Owen, Dahm, yeah.
Kaboom.
And then we have a special guest. Noah, you're here? Well,
how we doing today, folks?
I guess we'll just call you Noah. I never know how much people want to put themselves online, where it's like I don't call anybody by their last names on here.
Right.
I never know.
Would you say you have some special knowledge in quarterbacks?
In quarterbacks?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he have?
Because then he would Noah the thrower.
All right.
No.
You know what? Don't remute your mic. Welcome everybody into Dahm. That's true. Today we are breaking down Chiefs versus Chargers. We're gonna break down, preview the Chiefs versus the Broncos. We've got, of course, what? Again, yes.
In 3 weeks. Twice in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. I didn't even have to change the script that much. Just moved the Broncos from the recap down to the preview and then Chargers up. It was pretty cool.
A miracle of technology.
Yes. Technology. Yes, but we're previewing the Broncos, recapping the Chargers, not in that order. Might do a Swifty segment if we call Sawyer. We've got Overreactions with the Owerreactor. A lot of Chiefs, a lot of Cats.
Oh yeah.
A lot of Wildcats.
I'm excited, dude.
Yeah?
I'm excited.
I want to hear what you have to say.
Dude, it's just a good sports week for me, man.
Oh yeah, Tottenham already won?
Yes.
We don't talk about soccer in this show, but
We won 2-0.
Happy for
and you know what that means?
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a rule. That's a rule.
But you know what us winning today means, right?
What?
We are top of the league. We are top of the league.
You've been top of the league.
I know, but Man City won on Saturday,
Okay.
meaning that they passed us.
Oh.
And then we won, so we're back on top of the league.
Oh, thank God. Okay, all right, cool. All right. Well, that's it for the
It's
soccer.
always good to celebrate.
For everybody that tunes in for the soccer, that's it. We've also got NFC South Team of the Week. I've got a surprising one for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So, no, I don't know how much you've seen the show, but we used to do AFC South Team of the Week. And then we were like, because it's just always crackhead energy in the AFC South.
Oh my God, there's so much variety there. You never know what's going on week to week with those guys. So.
Exactly. So we lost. So we stopped. They were going to be so bad this year. We're like, we're not going to do the AFC South. So we're like, let's do the NFC South because it'll be crazy. And then
they are also bad.
They've been awful. Yes, and the AFC South has been a lot more fun. So eventually we might have to switch back to AFC South.
Unless you're trying to watch the Chiefs game and you get stuck watching the end of the Colts-Browns game.
Dude, so
I don't
did
know
you?
if you guys were yelling at your TV as much as I was, but I was.
Yeah, I was in the bar. The dude,
I'm just
the
squinting
dude,
at the TV.
The dude at the bar, like brought up the channel, the remote to change the channel because he thought someone had switched the channel on accident.
Yeah,
We're like, no, dude, it's CBS. This is it.
My girlfriend came in the room. She's like, "Why are you yelling so bad?" I'm like, "I don't care about the Colts and the Browns right now. I don't care. Both of these teams are 6-0.
Do you want to
gives a shit about this
get more mad real quick?
Yes.
That box view was a Kansas City only CBS view. The rest of the nation did not get that box.
Yeah, but they just got the
Got
Cleveland
the end
Colts.
of the Colts game.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, that would be
That would've been
Oh,
so
I'd rather
much
have
worse.
dual box. Because I think, what is it? C. Dot over on 6 was talking about. He's like, it's not even there's no playoff implications. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't like the Miami New England game where it was like Kevin Harlan was like, I'm calling both games.
Oh,
you know,
Right.
Incredible moment.
Yes, right. But this
even
one,
even him calling both games was full Chiefs and him just commenting on the Mike Gesicki touchdown.
yeah, but
There was no picture-in-picture. That was just truly disastrous TV.
Yeah, or just give me, if you're going to do that, give me the audio of the Chiefs and let me watch the end of that game. That's fine. You know, we stopped them on that first third down. There's a penalty. I'm like, what's happening? I can't see.
Right. I'm truly just trying to watch hand signals at that point.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, and especially if it was a Kansas City only view, then give me the Kansas City audio.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Okay.
Someone's getting fired.
Yes, for sure. Other than that, let's talk Chiefs Chargers takeaways. Owen, you got what do you want to say?
The offense is back. I told you we'd be fine. Nervous Truman. I don't know if we're going to perform against the worst defense in the whole league. I don't know.
That wasn't the worst defense. I mean, I guess the Broncos were technically the worst defense, but they were they really had a tough time with that 70-point loss.
You have to take division games with a grain of salt.
That's true too.
They're crazy games. I mean,
they're so crazy. We put up 400 yards of passing offense. That was crazy.
I was shocked it wasn't a 3-point. Because every game Chiefs Chargers, especially in Arrowhead, has been 3 points or less, or like every single time.
Yeah, but you know what was different?
We only
Charles
scored in the first
Omenihu
half.
was different, dude.
Having a defense was different.
it was good to see him on the field.
With
the rest of the pass rush, give him some time to work in, get back in game shape.
He changed the
It'd be truly
game.
Scary.
I remember we had a third down early in the game. I remember watching it happen where it was Chris Jones, Charles Omenihu, Mike Dana, George Karlaftis, and I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this defensive line, and they immediately just pushed on them and just nailed them.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I never thought I would see a Chiefs defense look that good.
Yes.
Just
It was
as
pretty
good as
fun.
They've been through this season.
This is best. I think we were. Well, were we all born in what, 97?
Yes, 97.
Well, 96, but yeah.
Oh well. Oh, are you 96 too? All right. Well, all right. Our
The
silent-
left and the right.
yeah, 96, 97, yeah. But I think it could be the best defense legitimately since we've been alive. It's, it's
Chiefs?
97, 98 when DT was still, when Derek Thomas is still
Yeah,
going.
but even then, it was just him.
Yeah, but it was a great defense. It was a very good defense.
It wasn't number one defense in the NFL, though.
Well, Chiefs aren't
I
number
don't
one?
think
In
they're-
terms of points scored, they are.
Which that's the
No?
only metric that matters to me. But
Ravens are ahead of them now.
How are the Ravens ahead of them?
They only allowed 8 points to the
Oh,
or 6 points to the Lions.
Mm-hmm. And who else? They didn't
Tennessee didn't have much against them last week. 12.
Yeah, no.
So
They've been beating the hell out of them.
The Lions. I also wanted to get everyone else's apology on the Lions. I told you guys they were frauds, dude.
I don't know if
They're
that's fair to
frauds.
say.
Frauds is not fair
No,
to
they
say.
are frauds. They're gonna win and blow out all these shitty teams. Then they're gonna lose their other only tough game of the year.
Shitty teams? Beat the Chiefs?
They-
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Without who, Truman?
Oh, Travis Kelce.
And
and Chris Jones.
Oh, we didn't have a Christian.
and
I guess now you're looking for a mini Hugh?
yep.
No Taylor Swift.
No Taylor
No,
Swift.
that's important.
So yeah, the Lions won
Especially
without
for-
our number 2 and number 3 best player on the team. Yeah, man, so good. Wow. And they won.
And Mo Minihu could be like number 5.
And they won because Tony dropped that ball that led to a pick six.
Well,
Remember?
he dropped like 6 balls.
So I don't want to hear about how the Lions beat the Chiefs, bro. I don't want to hear it.
That's fair.
Technically, yes, it did go in the L column. However, the Lions did not win that game. The Chiefs lost it.
Yeah. And
that's a fair takeaway.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's fair to call them fraudulent yet.
Dude, they're so fraud. They're going to get
We'll
blown
talk-
out
we'll-
in the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs because the rest of their schedule is like super easy.
That's what
Trust
I was
me,
saying. So,
y'all-
Owen, your entire case is that they managed to beat us early because we didn't have our good guys. So you have an easy ass schedule, and then they're going to hit the playoffs and just
Get destroyed, yes.
run out of dick.
And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yes. Interesting. We'll talk more about it in the overreaction section. To finish recapping. So Chiefs offense hitting on all cylinders. That's, I think, going to be the storyline for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Mahomes had the flash. He went over 400. Kelsey flirted with his all-career high. I think he had 179, something like, yes, 179. I've got it written down. I don't.
Welcome back, McCole.
Rasheed Rice took a big step forward, 60 yards on five
he's him.
catches, and a touchdown. And he's becoming a red zone threat.
That was not an easy catch he made either.
No.
That is, you see, 4 or 5 year veterans drop that ball. So it was wonderful to see, a rookie make a catch like that. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
With all the concerns we've had at wide receiver, you see him emerging.
Yeah. Well, and you even were calling it out because we watch the game every week at the same bar, or if we don't watch the game at the same bar, the games are weird. Like we didn't watch that Broncos game together. Weird game.
Only weird games.
Yes, only weird games.
So,
Yes,
so
exactly.
basically what we're saying is blame Truman if it ever goes weird. Because you know where I'm at. You know where I'm at.
Or Owen. Well, the Colts game last year, you were downtown. So
Did we win?
no,
No, we did not.
no.
Wait for the Colts. I was downtown.
Yeah.
That was some shit though.
That was the original.
I still
Just
want to know.
'cause
I still want to know what Chris Jones said.
Dude, he
to him.
called him a honky. Had to.
Had to have called him. There's no way he didn't say, because like they had him on or is either the NFL
New
Top
Heights.
100 or it was on New Heights where they're like he said. He called him an old man, and then he's like, and then I said some other things. And we're like, oh, what did you say? I know you didn't just call him old. There's no way. Yeah, Rasheed Rice looks great, but you called it out as that was happening. You were like, Rasheed Rice is over there, and then it was boom, right to Rasheed Rice.
Yeah, I was like, hey, here it goes. This is going to Rasheed.
Yep, I couldn't believe it. I think honestly, the offense will be the big story coming out of it. But I also think the defense stepping up. No points in the second half. 5 sacks on the day, with Chris Jones not getting one.
Well, and then shout out Drew Tranquil for immediately filling the shoes of Nick Bolton when he went out with his dislocated wrist.
That might be Brett Veach's best signing.
Yeah.
Especially with Bolton being out for at least 2 months, probably. They said surgery most likely is the best option for that. So
Playoffs.
He steps in. Defense doesn't miss a beat. I have this argument with a buddy of mine all the time. I think the defense is better with Tranquil on the field.
Yes.
And he gets so mad. He's a huge Nick Bolton guy. He's a big Mizzou guy. And he just gets so mad every time I say it. But he's a better cover guy.
I wouldn't take Drew Tranquil over Nick Bolton on my defense, but I think the argument can be made. He's better in coverage for sure.
I know they're trying to find out ways to get both of those guys on the field at the same time now.
The problem is if you want to win, you put Willie Gay in. So.
Well, and we have Leo Chanel, who's also a great young linebacker. So where do you fit
taking
all
a huge
four
step
of those
forward.
guys in? And he's finding a role, moving down to D end even, or outside linebacker role and rushing the passer. So that gives him added depth there too.
Well, I think the main point that bolsters your point, Noah, is that play that Drew made where he never turned his head, but he did the savvy veteran thing of just waiting until the wide receiver touches the ball and then just punching it out,
knocking it out,
which is something that good coverage linebackers do.
Because we saw a bad coverage linebacker do it to Kelsey in the end zone and just hit him and get a PI call.
Get a flag. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I saw on Twitter that Chargers fans were complaining about that call.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
everybody complains about the calls now.
Yeah. Well, the Chiefs get all the calls.
We're the Patriots.
It feels good. Yes, exactly. It feels good to be the Patriots.
Yes.
You're like,
well, but also the thing is that Pacheco's biggest run of the day that would have won our buddy his 11-leg parlay was an acting job from the defensive tackle. Not a hold.
Would have been $2 to $4.50 if that run doesn't get called back.
Oh my gosh.
But gets called back. He doesn't win it. He loses that bet by 8 Pacheco rushing yards.
That would have hurt.
That's brutal. But
this is what he did. This is what this guy does. He places 5, 6, 7 parlays, totaling up in total bet of $10, and he gives them 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 legs. And he's hit on a couple of them.
That's gotta lose you your hair, man. You're just sitting there. Come on.
But I mean, it's like $1 to $1.95. It's
one thing
harm,
hits,
no foul.
and you're like, it's like having 10 fantasy teams. I have 10 fantasy teams right now, which is a bit much.
You have 10?
Yes, and so, but anytime anybody scores, I'm like
a bit much.
Oh my god.
Well, I can't.
I don't say no. This is my problem. I don't say no to
3,
people.
and I feel like that's.
I've got
too
7.
much.
So.
I'm gonna have to dial it back next year, but I don't know which ones I'll cut. So we'll see. But
you end up rooting for this guy to score, but only score this much and not this much.
Exactly, because you scored and you're like, yes, fuck, no, wait, yes, more yes than no, I think, but only maybe.
You have to live track all 10.
Hello, am I even in the frame?
No.
Can we move the fucking?
No.
Oh,
no, you're just the ball is in the frame.
Hell yeah, that's all we need really.
What'd you have to?
Hello. Our Bengals bite for the week was the bye week. Woo, we did it.
Yeah.
This
is your Bengal bite?
Yeah, we didn't lose the bye week. Did we win? Probably not, but we didn't lose the bye week. Bengals in the Super Bowl, woo. But the one thing I do want to talk about, more so than the Travis Kelce stat, Patrick Mahomes being registered as the backup punter is the funniest thing I've read in weeks.
The guy's an athlete, man. There's nothing he can't do.
Exactly. Yeah. I will say, I'm not a Chiefs fan, but I am a Patrick Mahomes fan. That man is simply built different, and anyone that tries to argue otherwise is coping.
That's fair. Was that all right?
That's our Bengals bite. Yep.
That's the Bengals bite. He's our resident Bengals fan, sort of. You're a contrarian.
Just shut up. It's not sort of. This is my 3rd season with the Bengals.
I guess so. All right, that's fair enough. It's this is 2.5 seasons. Yeah, that's fair. All right. Okay. So there you go. That's Bengals bite. I think the only other notes I had for this was I will say this, and this is tough for me to admit as a Chiefs fan, as a fan of football itself. But I have to admit that the Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift handshake goes a little hard.
I loved it. I loved every second of it.
No, I didn't see it. It's like a
No, I thought they just locked.
Wait, I thought it was this, and then hip.
I thought it was just a bump.
Well, then the little swirl and chest bump at the end.
There's the hips.
Yeah, they started
a
adding
little
the
salt bay.
Oh
on
wait,
the end of
so
it.
it's It's boom, 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 hip bump, twirl, chest bump.
Yes.
Yes,
And then-
that's fire.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
That's last.
So
It's fire.
on so I was listening to the drive on the way to the soccer game today.
On your drive?
Yes, I was listening to the drive on my drive.
Yes.
And
Damn.
Carrington had Mahomes on like they do every Monday. And Carrington told Mahomes that if Taylor and Brittany are going to have a handshake, then Travis and Mahomes better get working on their handshake. And he said, I expect you to do it on Sunday when you score against the Broncos. And he was like, yeah, we got to get something cooked up.
Dude, I hope they do that exact handshake. That's the funniest scenario.
Is it not crazier that they don't have a handshake at this point?
Yeah,
It is
right?
kind of wild.
You would think that
Well, imagine
Mahomes, he
Mahomes
doesn't
is not
do-
really a handshake guy. Though.
No, he doesn't do the
You don't do
pregame
the
He's
stuff.
not,
No.
dude.
he
Mahomes,
just does a good.
The thing about Mahomes is he's not really that cool. You know, he's kind of like a.
Yeah, he's not cool. No,
he's not really
I'll
that
say
cool.
it. He's a bit of a. The fact that he's already a dad, I feel like he's
Big dad energy.
Big dad
Well, I mean,
energy.
he's a dad that says, "I'm a tough motherfucker."
Yeah.
But you know, like watching Patrick Mahomes on the football field and like his celebrations kind of reminds me of like if you just took a midway point of Tom Brady and Kirk Cousins,
Right.
because like they'll get hype when they score touchdowns or go chest bump and stuff, but they're not like the the Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson kind of handshake,
Gritty.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
not really his thing.
You're the quarterback though. There's got to be some middle ground there. You can't be too up, can't be
figured
too
it
down.
out. Mahomes.
He's cool. He's not cool, but
Yeah.
he's cool.
Mahomes
Yeah.
Mahomes is like swag and stuff. Like like you see his clothes and stuff. And he looks good, but
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah.
cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got a good fashion designer.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's like Josh Allen. Josh Allen has handshakes with like the whole offensive
Yeah, Josh
line.
Allen's cool.
And that is cool. I will say
Yeah,
that is.
Josh Allen's cool.
Josh Allen's a dude.
Yeah.
Just a dude.
He's a guy. Yeah.
He's a bro. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Dating Haley Steinfeld. Everybody's like, yeah.
Who's
yeah.
that?
Actually,
Yeah. Haley Steinfeld.
I thought it was first. It was
damn. Love
I don't
you.
know who that
We
is.
do this every time. Man, I don't even know.
Pitch Perfect 3.
No,
Nope.
you thought that was the reference.
That
No,
was the
and
one
the
to
thing
go
is,
to.
we've had
Spider-Verse.
We've had this
He's the
conversation.
person. She's the person whose voice is Gwen Stacy in Spider Verse.
Great, bro.
I don't. Yeah. I don't.
What's her face look like?
Have you ever seen? She's the new Hawkeye in Marvel.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, the purple one.
I don't know, man. It's hard to explain.
It's after Endgame.
This girl?
I don't think
Is she
Marvel-
brunette?
Let me see it. Haley Steinfeld. It's spelled weird. Hailee.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Is it?
This girl.
Oh, okay,
She's-
okay.
she's attractive for sure.
I've seen her. I'm terrible at that kind of stuff though, like
Yeah.
celebrity names.
Oh, yeah.
If it's not a football player, basketball player,
So see.
Unfortunately,
And he's
I'm
also
pretty
bad
good at
at-
that.
at
I'm the
football
guy that I
playing
walk in.
Oh, I'm awful with names in general.
I'm the guy that I walk in and I watch 3 seconds of the movie my dad's watching, and like
Dude, yeah, Joe-
98%
Oh,
of the
that's
time
the
I
guy
can
from
say.
Joe is.
Well,
literally
no, I see
IMDb.
like 2 seconds ago. Oh, you're watching that? He's like, how the fuck do you know?
Wait, we gotta get
this?
back to it, or Evan's gonna roast us for getting off topic.
Yes. All right. Okay. So, last thing. Sorry about the game. Last takeaway. McCole Hardman completes this group. I want to say it.
Stop it.
I think, but
Welcome back, McCole. But stop.
One
it.
catch for 6
one
yards?
catch, one drop.
good enough. Good enough for me. I've
He's
seen
literally
enough.
just Richie James.
No,
he's doing
not
what Richie James
Richie James
did.
was worse
Listen.
than that.
I think
Richie James wasn't getting
expectations-
one catch for 6 yards and a drop. He wasn't doing that.
Nope. I think he had 2 drops.
Although,
Expectations
question.
for McColl's return are way too high.
Yes, they're way too high.
Okay, he was here for 4 years. What did we get out of him? That's exactly
For
what
real
we're gonna
though,
get
if
out
we
of him.
sign Frank Clark, I may erupt.
Well, and that's where
It has to happen though, right?
Please,
it
no.
makes
has to.
it has to happen. But
Please
the
no.
defense, it's the same problem with the linebackers, where you're like, fuck, we got too many good linebackers. We also have too many good defensive linemen.
That's a great problem to have.
It's I guess.
mean, he's older.
Yeah.
You know, it's
We still have Derek
3rd
Nottie
and
on the
10,
team.
roll him out there, let
Yeah.
him throw. Or let him go.
I guess he probably he dropped Matt Dickerson, I guess, which is fine. I don't know if you sign Frank Clark. Frank Clark, let
It's
him
got to be a vet minimum at this point, doesn't it?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
He's not going to get anything special.
just let him hang out until December and then give him a call. All he's there to do is get playoff sacks.
I mean, yeah, it's not like he sacks in the regular season very often, anyways.
Yes, if
No,
like
Which
I
is why
said,
him and Chris Jones work so well.
right.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I said-
Chris Jones only sacks in the regular season. Frank Clark only sacks in the postseason.
Like I said,
The
if-
yin and yang.
like I said last episode, if we treat him like Terrell Suggs, that's fine. That's fine. But if we re-sign him like he's a normal player that will not be day to day and not ever hold the edge, then no, I don't want him on my team.
That's fair.
How wrong would I be in saying that McCole Hardman did more in our one game than he did the entire time he was with the Jets?
Oh no,
that's
that's
correct.
completely correct. He got
Okay.
He
I
did
think it's
have
exactly
one
the
reception
same,
for 6
actually.
yards.
Yeah, I was like,
he
he
but
was,
he didn't return.
But he
kicks.
did not return the
Yeah,
punt.
yeah, because they said they like brought that up. Is like he was on the field for a total of like 20 something
snaps. Yeah.
snaps
Yeah.
with the Jets, and like you said, one catch for like 6 yards, and then with us, this one game he did like double that.
Yep.
Granted, one of them was a drop, but yes.
Again, I think he's. I think that's also the move that was always going to be the move that Veach did. It was never going to be a splashy wide receiver.
Oh, yeah.
I know people wanted Mike Evans, or you want Michael Thomas, or you want
DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins,
Co-hosts
Deontay
want-
Johnson.
Mike Evans is still there.
Not for us.
No.
Not for the Chiefs.
The contract he's going to want is not feasible,
awesome.
especially for what we're going to have.
It'll be
we would have to give
feasible
up
if he
on.
wants to ever win a Super Bowl. I guess he
has a
already
Super
has
Bowl.
one.
He's got one. yeah.
If he wants
Beat
any
the
more,
Chiefs.
He's a Hall of Famer. Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely, hands down.
Yeah.
What is it? 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons.
I think he's going for 10 this year.
Yeah.
I think it's 10.
It's
this year,
with-
if he gets there.
You
And
know
he
who
might
is-
get there.
you know who will be available though?
What?
Come on, Truman. You know who I'm gonna say.
I don't know.
He's sneaky, athletic, deceptive speed,
Oh, he's
good
talking about a white
hands.
guy.
What?
real lunch pail guy, first in, last
Oh,
out.
you want Adam Thielen?
Yes, I do.
Sorry, yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Anytime anybody uses the term sneaky athlete,
Yeah,
they're talking
uh-huh.
about a white guy.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
no.
Real
But-
coach's son, real gym rat. I'd let
Yeah.
him date my daughter.
But that is
student
the-
of the game.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy the Chiefs are missing.
Mhm.
A possession, 7-yard out wide receiver.
That's fair.
I really thought they were in play for him this offseason.
We should have.
Like it made a lot of sense to me.
Could have
it
seen it.
sounds
We already
like-
have Christian Watson though.
it seems like the
only
it's-
one. Sorry.
Justin Watson.
Fuck.
I knew he
God
would.
damn
It's
it! I
okay.
do that. I do that every single time with Justin Watson, Christian Watson. I always call him Christian Watson.
Well, I think the problem is the Chiefs wide receiver coaches thought that Sky Moore was going to be way better than he is. Like he was going to take that step, and he just hasn't.
or that. Well, they were on record saying Kadarius Toney would be a number 1 wide receiver.
That's
And
what we heard all offseason. We got spoon
Then
fed
he got
that.
we
hurt.
got one catch this year. One catch this game.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
believe so. One
it-
catch for 8 yards or something like that.
Is he not still
Well-
coming up back
well,
off
the-
an injury though?
No,
To
And
be
that's
fair, he
something
was
my
open
dad
for that
said.
touchdown that went to Kelsey.
that's what I heard. I didn't
Like,
hear
Yeah.
that.
That's what my dad said, but there has to be something that he's doing in like practice that they keep seeing that they keep putting him on.
Well, he's just a freak athlete.
Yes.
Yeah, he could be
yeah.
a decoy still.
Like-
he could be
And-
scaring the defense.
Well, and the thing is that Andy Reid absolutely hates giving rookies minutes. Like he never gives rookies significant minutes
what does that matter for Kadarius Toney?
because that means that his snaps that should be going to Rashee Rice are
Oh.
still going to him.
Okay, that's how I was like, what? I was like, what are we talking? Yeah, Rashee Rice snaps are increasing. He had I think 59% of snaps.
Yeah, he's on
This
like
week?
40 offensive snaps.
And Sky Moore had 60%, so
Yeah.
they're just about even now.
I'm not sure what to think about Sky yet. I mean,
I know what to think about him.
he was. I
Fucking
think
terrible pick. and George Pickens was there.
that's true, but we can't do that.
Yes, we can.
You know,
This is not college.
I
These are pros. We can do that.
I
You
think
shouldn't do that for like kids that like transfer in. You should be like, oh, we thought this shitter was gonna be better. He's like 21 years old.
yeah.
I think you
Kadarius
have to,
Toney is an adult. He's a professional and a millionaire.
I think you have to have either Kadarius Toney or Sky Moore. I think they are basically essentially doing the same thing right now.
I think Kadarius Toney and McCall Hardman are the same player.
That's also true.
That's very difficult. Where do you find a role for those guys?
The Chiefs have
Both on the
5
same
gadget wide receivers: Rashee Rice and Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's a bunch of gadget
team.
guys.
It was nice to see MVS is still on the team.
Yeah,
He was,
yeah.
world's highest paid
he
jogger
did-
there for a while.
He did
Yeah.
cook that corner though.
3
And to
for
be fair,
84.
a lot of the time the Chiefs have been scheming Mahomes away from MVS because he's the deep threat. So they've been pressuring him to the other side of the field when MVS is running like go routes and stuff. There's been a couple times when he's been open.
Well, and MVS had like 2 40 or 50-yard catches. They've been called back for holdings also.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I saw it last year where they would just miss on deep balls.
Yeah.
A yard here, a second here, and you thought going a whole nother offseason together, really learning the playbook that they would really click together this year just based on what I saw last year.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it
yeah.
just hasn't happened
Well,
yet.
but
My mom's like, I just want to throw you the ball.
I'll just-
anymore.
Where's Travis
but what
Kelce?
Truman
Yeah,
just
right,
said is true also. Is
What?
that they have connected. There's just been a hold.
That's true.
Or in illegal formation half the time. So
Oh, they're
Really
they're
good.
done with that. After Andy Reid called him out, they're done with the illegal formation stuff.
Did we not give props to the offensive line for going against Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack and only giving up 1 sack?
Dude, I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that. I didn't even know they were on the field.
Yeah, I just quiet all day long.
Well, because Creed is him. We all know that.
Well, I think this is the best offensive line Mahomes has had. I know people talk about Taylor and his issues, but a lot of that is you watch Mahomes and he still does that thing he's been doing ever since he's been in the league where he drifts back to 12 yards, 15 yards, and that's having played tackle. And Truman, you play offensive line too. You know,
It's a little far.
you can't step up in the pocket. And Mahomes is always my one gripe with him. I know he's world's greatest quarterback. It's hard to criticize him.
Yeah.
He has simultaneously the greatest and the worst pocket presence I have ever seen out of any quarterback ever.
He's weird.
Well, that was his big problem in 2021. He really was drifting back.
Just drift back to 12, 15 yards, and
he turned to world beater
tackles
Mahomes.
out.
He'd start turning around, and he'd turn his back to the pocket, and you're like, oh,
I still think
my God,
the
I'm not watching
line going into the Buccaneers Super Bowl was the best line he's ever had if it was healthy.
Well, until the
right,
Super Bowl.
Right. Well, but you know what I mean.
Eric Fisher's probably the best left tackle he's had, which feels. I was not an Orlando Brown fan.
No,
and I'm not. And Donovan Smith isn't the long-term answer.
He's serviceable.
He's
real
fine.
quick, you guys have been Chiefs fans all your life.
Yes.
Did Fisher hold?
No, of course not.
Absolutely not.
No. We all know.
Still the worst call. I think it probably.
No, forward progress is the worst call ever.
That one. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry, you're right.
That was the worst call.
I still remember absolutely screaming at the my family. I was feeling a little bit sick, and my dad's side of the family is really weird about that kind of stuff. So I didn't go to the family reunion that year, and it was just. And that was the day of the Chiefs playoff game against the Titans. Mm-hmm. And I remember yelling at the absolute top of my lungs. I'd never been so mad about a decision.
I was at that game. Somebody gave us free tickets for some reason. I was at that game down low, so I didn't understand how bad of a call it was. When you're in the stadium, it's a little harder to know how bad of a call things are. And until I see it on replays now, and I'm like, what were they cooking? What went on there?
He just slammed him.
Was that louder booze than the Chris Jones roughing the passer last year with the Raiders?
Man, the Chris Jones roughing the passer boos were so long.
Yeah.
They booed for 20
all
minutes.
Game long.
They booed for a whole quarter.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah. So.
Oh, whatever. We still won.
Okay. All right. We have to keep moving, or we'll never get out of this.
That's true.
Okay. First question I want to ask after this game: is the AFC West race already over?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Okay. That is. I was scraping the bottom of the barrel for questions here. Does it surprise you how quickly it's over?
No.
Every Thanksgiving, it's wrapped up. This time it's Halloween. It's a little bit earlier than expected, so I guess I would be surprised.
Well, have you seen the graph?
Oh,
since Mahomes has started, the graph of if the Chiefs have been either tied for the lead or leading.
It's like 8 weeks without being tied for the lead or leading the division since
6.
Mahomes has been a starter.
It's 6.
No, it was 6 or 7 weeks in 2021 at the beginning.
Yeah,
remember, because everybody kept posting that picture. It's like point to whoever's last place in the division.
Yeah, we started 2 and 4 that year.
Those are the only weeks. It's only those 6 weeks.
Well, and then it was.
We have been tied or first place for the rest.
Well, there was one other week.
No.
There's this week to start the season this year.
Oh, yes, sorry.
That was one.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yes.
I don't know if you can count
It's those 6 weeks.
No, not really. No.
It's those 6 weeks when people thought, and everyone should have known this was happening. People picked the Chargers to win the Super Bowl. So they're going to barely.
Year.
They're going to either barely make the playoffs or miss them.
That's my favorite yearly tradition.
Yes.
Every media head out there, the Chargers are going to win the AFC West.
I had to go back through my bookmarks.
At least last
today.
year it was the Broncos. That was kind of fun. People were kind of talking about the Broncos last year.
Do you remember that guy 2 years ago that said, I think someone said there was one that I don't think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. That one was stupid.
That was Bart Scott.
That had to be Bart Scott, yeah.
And then there was the one on Twitter where the dude's like, I think the Broncos could finish better than the Chiefs. And I said, no, they cannot. This is stupid. And he's like, dude, yes, we can. I said, I'm bookmarking this. I will be seeing you. And then after the season was over, I tweeted, I was like, hey, what's up? This was a stupid take. And he's like, I can't believe you're still talking about this. I said, bro, you're a moron.
I told you I was bookmarking it.
I was like, I told you I'm coming back.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised how early it's over. I'm surprised by how bad the Chargers are.
Well, yeah, we're 4 games up on the Chargers.
I will say, I think everything has gone wrong for the Chargers.
Right, but they're the only team that all of us can agree with has a pulse in the division.
Yeah. Well, the Raiders are going to go 7-10. They're going to go just good enough to not be able to draft a real quarterback.
To not get a good quarterback, exactly.
Yes.
What do you mean, dude? They have a good quarterback, Truman. You said they have a good quarterback, Truman.
Did I say Jimmy Garoppolo was a good quarterback?
You keep saying that.
I said he's a fine quarterback.
Yeah, stop saying that. He's
the rookie
trash.
they have now has shown promise.
Aiden O'Connell?
Yes.
Right?
He's promising.
Yeah, promising as a backup quarterback in 2 years.
We'll see.
Brian Hoyer started this week.
Raiders going to Raiders.
What?
Yeah. Man, that bald head really pops in that
Hoyer?
black uniform. Yeah, Brian Hoyer played.
What? How
Somebody-
old
I
is
didn't even
he?
know he was still in the league.
Yeah. Well, and somebody's making jokes because, like,
You mean Texans legend Brian Hoyer?
yes, like Chicago was up like 30-6, and they're like, well, luckily they're keeping Brian Hoyer in. This will be important reps in his development as a quarterback. I was like, okay. I was like, that's funny. All right. Okay.
But no, Truman, to fully answer and come back full circle, it does not surprise me, man.
Not one bit.
The Chargers we talked about this. They didn't make any of the acquisitions in the offseason that they needed.
And they actually
They-
lost
they've-
J.C. Jackson.
Yeah, they've always had that offense. That
Addition by
offense-
subtraction, getting rid of J.C. Jackson. J.C. Jackson, I saw broke up a pass in that Bills game. I was like, you son of a
I
bitch.
don't want to talk about the Bills. Oh, my God. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. All right. We can get there right now. What team scares you the most with the Kansas City
Let me
Chiefs?
check the score real quick.
Oh, this game?
Mm-hmm.
49ers taking them out back just a bit. They were taking them out back.
They were up
They were
19-7, I believe.
Yeah.
They were not taking them out back at all.
They weren't taking
It was the Vikings were
up
ahead at
19-7.
Oh, the Vikings were up
Yeah.
19? Oh, I was reading that score wrong. I thought it was 10-0. 49ers, not. Oh, it's 22-17 in the fourth quarter. Oh, wow. Okay.
Who's winning?
The Vikings are winning. They have the ball. 2nd and 2, 4:41 left in the game.
Ooh. Okay,
I need
sweet.
this- I need this
Sweet.
over to cash.
Sweet. Nobody.
Are we talking AFC or just in general?
In general.
Sweet. Nobody. Actually, you know what scares me?
I would say the Eagles are still a great team, and they just got Byard from the Titans today, which that's a huge ad for them.
They
Yeah.
did get,
And an already pretty
They
damn
fleeced
good
the Titans
secondary.
one more time.
Oh yeah.
Just for old
Well, he
time's
needed to
sake.
get out of there. He's too good of a player to sit and die in Tennessee.
That's true. Yeah.
Team, whoever.
Would the 49ers have scared you if they won this game?
No.
Okay. You said you had to check
How
the
many
score.
times in a row? I gotta tell you, they have a janitor at quarterback. They cannot win in the playoffs because of the janitor that's their quarterback.
Brock Purdy has played very good this year.
Yeah, sure. As a janitor,
But Jimmy-
I can do
Jimmy-
7-yard dump offs too.
Jimmy Garoppolo also took
He's
this
had
team
some.
to the
He's
Super
had
Bowl.
some great
Yes,
throws.
and lost because he wasn't good
Yes,
enough.
but that's all you need. Yeah, but they can still go to the Super Bowl. They're still a scary team.
cool. They don't scare me.
Do the Ravens scare you?
Yes, that's the only team.
No.
That's the only team
No?
that worries me.
Not at
Why? Because they are the most inconsistent team in the whole world.
Yes, the Ravens again. If they make the playoffs again, they will lose in the first round.
I
to
just
somebody
can't
stupid.
trust Lamar in the playoffs, so
No.
he doesn't scare me at all.
I still don't. They still don't have a good offense. I
They're
mean,
just not- I know
everybody's
them.
like, I think they have wideouts now. It's like,
They're
no, they
not-
don't.
they're
They
not
still
built
have
to beat the
Rashad
Chiefs.
Bateman and no
I mean,
Back.
Flowers is
Zay
good.
Flowers is
He's
yes.
pretty good.
Sorry, that is fair. I'm sorry. I
But
will check myself.
They,
on
they
that.
they found Mark Andrews this week, but National Tight Ends Day, he'll disappear for the rest of the season, so
Yep.
don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
They don't. I wouldn't say they scare me. Lamar's just not trustworthy in the playoffs.
Actually, yeah,
I would say the Dolphins. I know.
scare me, bro.
I know.
They're frauds, bro. They're
That
frauds.
offense,
The
and we know
offense is
we've
scary.
saw it for years here with Tyreek Hill can score lightning quick.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how good your corner is, your defense is.
Can break
He
your
needs
heart
a
in
second.
a second. Yeah.
In a second.
Yeah.
That is always a threat to have on your team. Does their defense scare me? Not at all. But
Yeah.
we will see. Jalen Ramsey's supposed to be coming back in the next week or two.
It's true.
Xavier Howard will be back from injury.
And
Phillips-
Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle
Yeah.
are going to be able to cook this secondary just a little bit. Just Keenan Allen and
man.
Joshua Palmer had a pretty good day against this.
Cool, man.
against the
Derek
secondary.
Carr was throwing to prime Devontae Adams, prime Darren Waller, and prime Hunter Renfro when they were performing their best, and they still lost games because
forget
Derek
about Amari
Carr
Cooper.
wasn't good enough. And Amari Cooper.
But
Those
What is that?
are comparable to
Lamar Jackson?
No, to Tyreek Hill and
Oh,
Jalen
sorry.
Waddle.
I'm sorry. I'm mixing up teams again. Sorry. Tua?
If the quarterback isn't good enough, you're not going to win. Unless
But
you,
is Tua not good, or has he just been injured?
unless you have a 2015 Broncos style defense, your quarterback needs to be world class to win a Super Bowl.
Which, going back to your point, is that 49ers defense is probably 2015
They
Broncos
are
class
not
defense.
close.
They're for real.
They are not that good.
The Ravens defense is very
Solid.
good with it's a bunch of no names, but they're very good. It's a little
Very
yes.
well coached.
But it's
Yes.
not the same level as that Broncos defense, man.
Yeah,
It's not the same level as like number one in like every category Broncos defense.
I know.
That's true. Those defenses are rare, but the 49ers do have a great defense.
No, they are good.
They have Brock Purdy, who doesn't make mistakes, which is important when you play in the playoffs. Okay, but we've seen that as well with years with Alex Smith. A quarterback that just goes out there and doesn't make mistakes doesn't win you big games. You need a quarterback that's going to go out there and win you games.
Which is why they might be losing tonight.
That's true.
And I think the Dolphins. I think the
Is
Dolphins.
Debo back this week?
Is who?
Is Debo Samuel playing this week?
No, he's out. He's out this week and maybe next week too. I think he's out 1 to 2, something like that.
That may be it too. That may be part of it.
It's
303
the
left to go.
Dolphins.
2nd and 9.
Would scare me for the number 1 seed, but I think they're going to lose 2 more games. I think in their division.
We're already ahead of them.
I know we're already ahead of them.
Oh, not for no team in the AFC really scares me as far as playoff seeding goes. Just
especially not
playing in the playoffs.
It would be annoying to face the Bengals again, to be honest.
I mean, I'd say they are still there. They are lurking. They're not looking the best. They beat up on some pretty bad teams recently. They're catching fire. They're still there.
They're 2 games back in their division, which makes me feel good. They're still the Ravens are 5-2. The Bengals are 3-3. I think the Ravens have already beat the Bengals.
The Steelers are 4-2,
and the Browns are looking good too.
I'd love to see the Steelers in the playoffs.
The Browns are.
Oh, that would be fun.
Browns are 4-3. So
Would not love to see the Browns in the playoffs
Why?
that defense is great.
because Myles Garrett is a game wrecker.
Yes, but they're playing against
But
other janitors.
It doesn't. No.
Their quarterback doesn't scare me whatsoever.
No.
At all.
Yes.
I think we
Any
need.
3 of them they want to put out there.
I
That's
think
true.
we need to start talking about the Chiefs' defense, like we're talking about all of these other defenses.
That's true.
That is fair.
The
That
only
is-
defense to not give up over 20 points
Yes,
this
and
season.
who is the quarterback for that defense? Patrick fucking Mahomes.
Oh, I was like Nick Bolton. I was
Yeah, I
like,
was
are
like,
we talking quarterback? For the
No,
defense?
not the quarterback of the defense.
Yeah. Okay.
The quarterback that's paired with that defense.
Yes, that is the best quarterback defense pairing right now. Quarterback and in the
should-
playoffs, a lot of people do quarterback and coach.
Yeah.
It's the best quarterback coach pairing for sure, and it's probably the best quarterback and defense pairing. In the
Yes.
NFL.
It should
which is-
terrify the rest of the league.
Which is why
Yes.
I'm really not that scared about
But-
the rest of the league. But I kind of don't want to see the Eagles, to be honest.
The Eagles are a good team, like I said, and they just got fired.
That's what
We have seen Spags' defense trend from the beginning of the season, not so good, to the end of the season be better.
Yes.
So,
what-
are we going to see a defense be great and then fall off a cliff?
No, we're not. It's only going to get better. Amenahue is going to get into the
figure it
fold better. It's
Well,
it's
They
got-
could find the weak spot.
They have a very tough stretch of games coming up.
Where's the weak spot?
We'll find out.
Brian Cook.
I was going to say
That's it?
safety, absolutely.
Yeah.
Justin Reed as well. Our safeties are
the
not.
fr-
They're not
up to par.
Not elite.
the short
Yeah,
safety.
they're there. They're out there. They fill space.
What do you call the not deep safety? What do you call that? Free safety?
Free safety.
Free safety
Yeah.
and strong.
Or
Yeah,
free
just
safety
reads
is
the
the free-
strong safety. Yeah, and then
Yeah. The free safety is the spot where you're going to get the Chiefs, huh? Chiefs famous for disguising coverages and dropping different guys in different places. That's where you're going to get us?
Keenan Allen cooked them.
Well, if you
Joshua
play,
Palmer cooked them.
if you
One
play a
play.
team, if you play a team like the Eagles, who've got 3 playmakers, the 49ers, who's got 3 or 4 playmakers,
Yeah, it's
the
with
Dolphins,
Jalen
who's
Hurts
got 3 or
throwing
4
the ball.
playmakers,
When we got Tua and Tyreek going against you.
and Jalen Waddle, and
With Tua throwing the ball.
H-
Tua's a
Chandler
great thrower of the
Mostert.
ball.
Yeah, on 7-yard outs.
No, on
Yes.
deep balls.
I think he leads the
No,
league
he's
in
not.
deep balls this year.
Yes.
Did you not see
number,
the
not
deep ball? He threw a deep ball this week.
That touchdown pass to
telling you,
Tyreek was beautiful.
Yeah, it was like a picture. It was like almost a perfect replication of the one he threw in the national
Yes.
title.
This
game.
week
Yeah.
when they lost 31-17, that's what we're talking about?
he threw a great ball. It's still a great ball. He's
Yeah,
still a
17
great.
whole points off those deep balls.
He's still a great. The key to getting to Tua is getting pressure on them.
Yeah, man, he threw it so deep. He had 216 yards of offense.
If he
That's
is sacked
crazy.
1 or more times, he is 10-10 in his career.
Really.
Yes,
One. He said how many?
1 or more times. So if you get to him
Once.
10-10,
Jeez. Yeah.
or more than once.
Yeah, because
The Eagles
he'll
only got to
sail
him
some
once.
balls. He'll sail some balls.
He
you
gets
saw
panicky,
you saw it in the red
especially-
zone.
Yeah, with his hits and his injury, he will get panicky.
Oh, wait, just kidding.
Yep.
They had 3.5
He'll bail out of
sacks.
clean pockets. He'll start. Yeah, he
Yeah.
does start to get worried.
And I just hate watching left-handed quarterbacks. So
Oh God, no.
He does
I
look
gotta watch the with the front.
if you just flip the camera, he's
Yeah,
a
right.
right-handed quarterback.
Exactly.
I did like when they flipped the camera, though. It showed me how much, it is the same arm angle. We're just so not
It
used
just
to
looks awful.
because we're not left-handed. Because all of us throw like this with our left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think that was about. That's
Yes.
about where we were at.
Long story short, it's essentially only the Eagles, but really not very many teams.
Fair enough. Listen, this episode we're already at 40 minutes. I think we skip over the Swift section for the week.
Okay.
I think we'll have plenty to talk about. Let's let it build up. We'll skip this week.
But we have to talk about the handshake, though.
What?
The handshake.
We did already talked about the handshake.
That's
You know,
true.
we had the Taylor Swift. We
Sawyer's
did
gonna give you a glitter bomb.
Undefeated with Taylor Swift in attendance. That's important.
That's advanced analytics. Hashtag advanced analytics.
Even if she wears her Eagles jersey for the Super Bowl.
Hashtag next gen stats. No way she wears an Eagles jersey for the Super Bowl. You can't be at every Chiefs game.
No.
Yeah,
We will immediately take an L. If she shows up in an Eagles jersey for the Super Bowl, we will take a fat L.
Well, the Eagles have to get
Well,
there
the
first.
kingdom would turn on her so quickly.
That's also true. Oh yeah, people would not be up for those shenanigans.
Listen, all I need, okay, is for Swifties to start getting into analytics. I want to see, why is Andy Reid not throwing the deep slant on 2nd and 3?
Well, we talked about this last week, or we talked about this. People were showing like memes on it where they're like Swifties after 6 weeks of watching NFL football. It was John Gruden breaking down the spider 2Y banana.
I miss John Gruden in the booth.
Yeah.
They got to get him back in there some kind of way. Enough time has passed. I think he's forgiven. Get him back in. Get him back.
I thought
in there.
it was fun.
I mean, people say crazy things.
He was passionate.
Yeah.
He was passionate for sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's do Chiefs versus Broncos preview. Listen, go back, listen to the episode 2 weeks ago, then come back here. It's basically the same thing.
Here's your preview. This time, the Chiefs don't let the Broncos score because of a penalty. Give me 31-3 Chiefs.
You want to go straight to the Broncos have looked better as of late. They looked better when they played the Chiefs the first time. They beat the Packers this week. We're going
The Packers? Oh my gosh, they're going to the Super Bowl, dude. They beat the Packers?
Which they shouldn't have. They are in bad situation with the cap, with what they gave up for Wilson and what they gave up for Sean Payton. They should immediately lose all games on purpose.
Yes.
Because you need a lot of guys on rookie contracts in there to have a
They don't even have draft picks, though, because they gave them
They
all
got
up.
one back this year.
Do they have the first round this year?
I
Okay.
believe they do.
Okay. I couldn't remember if they did. I think they still might not have their second.
Yeah, whatever the craziness they gave up for Russell Wilson is just
But top 5 pick. They gave up a top 5 pick for Russell Wilson
Mr.
because of how
Limited,
bad he
dude.
played. Yeah. Gosh, that was man.
I was
yeah, I'm
laughing
with
so
you.
hard when they did that, dude.
Only weird games for divisional games. Yes, the Broncos are bad, but it is a divisional game. They'll get up for this game. The Chiefs,
so 40-3.
No, this is it. The Chiefs will not. We could get caught looking ahead to the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
a classic trap game written all over it. All right, so they got to go into it with caution. I wouldn't say we're going to blow them out 31-3, but I do expect a comfortable 10-point lead. I would say 28-17.
This is my note. Is again only weird games, and the dumbest way the Chiefs defense could give up more than 20 points would be to the Denver Broncos.
Absolutely, I could see it.
And so my score prediction is 31-24. Because I think
Dude, at what point in the last game did they look like they were going to score?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They
Scored 8 because of 4 penalties.
But we do what we did in Denver last year, where Mahomes throws 3 interceptions to the same linebacker.
This defense
and you're in
is
the same,
not as good as that Broncos defense. That Broncos defense
that
was good.
That guy's still there. It could be just Denver. It could be Mile High Magic. Maybe that guy's just there's something in the water, and he just
Was that Josie Jewell?
I can't.
I think it was.
I can't remember. It was like yeah. I have no idea. I don't even want to.
Dude, I'm telling you, what does Vegas think?
What does Vegas think? Oh, I didn't even check the line.
They've got to be a.
Minus 10.5.
Oh, I'd say it's probably more than that.
It could be 10.5 just because they're on the road.
If it's minus 10.5, I'm hammering
Because
Chiefs
what,
minus
what was
14.
it when they were at home? It was 10.5 in Kansas City,
Yeah, and I nailed that.
and the defense looked good this week, and the offense looked better. It could be 10.5. You could be right. I'm interested. Pulling it up. Hold on.
Da-da.
Give me a moment. It's loading. Maybe. Also, Vikings. Oh no. San Francisco has the ball. It's 3rd and 1 on the Minnesota 49.
Uh-oh.
40 seconds left. Chiefs, Broncos. The line is 8.
That's surprising.
Hammering that.
31-24. Chiefs barely don't cover. Chiefs continue to be bad against the spread. Although they covered the spread.
Notoriously bad against the spread, but they have covered this year. I think every game have they covered?
Well, they
Maybe
didn't
not that Jacksonville game.
Well, not the Lions game either.
Oh, well, true.
Sorry,
Oh.
that's a lame
Oh,
one. But
hold
yeah.
on. The
Oh,
NF
Jets game didn't cover the Jets game.
the NFL overview thing just took the ball away from the Niners. It's ticking back and forth with 107 left. Did they just throw a pick? Did the janitor just sell his team?
I don't know. It will be funny if Kirk Cousins beats essentially new Kirk Cousins.
I don't know.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Oh nope, he didn't.
All right,
3rd and 1.
I can just pull it up
at the
I'll say
49ers.
I can just
see
pull it
real
up for you
quick.
guys. There you go.
Yeah. What do you got, ESPN?
Yeah, we'll still keep doing the podcast as we do. So, okay. So we're all on agreement that the Chiefs are going to win.
Of course.
I don't think there's ever that's a pick.
Andy Reid is.
All right, that's the game.
Was that a pick?
Yep, that was a pick. All
Fucking
right.
janitor.
There's your janitor.
That's
pick.
what you're scared of, dude. That guy Brock Purdy playing so good, huh?
See, we're K-State guys, so we were everybody was shocked when Brock Purdy was all of a sudden good because Brock Purdy was
never
terrible
fucking good. He was never
at Iowa
good.
State.
The one play I remember him from Iowa State is going down, getting sacked in a tornado, and just throwing up a prayer. Was that a TCU?
Yeah.
And a pick six.
Throwing it backwards. Yeah. I did that in middle school against Raytown Middle, and
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. So
Just getting tackled, just launching one.
I didn't spin
chucking
around
a
like that. I was
prayer.
falling to the ground, and I went to just go throw the ball essentially just forward. And maybe I had a guy on an out route, but for no reason I threw that ball. Immediate pick six by the guy that ended up playing quarterback in high school. So instead of me, so that was really poetic.
That's the day Truman lost his job.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, everything. Yeah, so, okay, so no, I'm not scared of Brock Purdy anymore. Probably not scared of that. You know what? Maybe I'm not scared of any team in the NFL anymore.
Crazy. All it took was a janitor to show himself to you live on TV.
I'm still scared of the Eagles. They got a lot of moxie.
I wouldn't say scared, but that would be.
I'm aware. I'm
that
aware
Would be
of the
that would be
Eagles.
another tough matchup.
I respect the Eagles.
Which we'll find out in 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, after
This
the bye
week, Dolphins bye week, Eagles. Yeah. Is
that what it is?
4 weeks.
Eagles off the bye is pretty.
If we get to
Tasty.
Thanksgiving and the Chiefs still only have one loss, it's over. I think it's over, right? If they've beaten the Dolphins and the Eagles, and we're sitting here at Thanksgiving, I think
So.
We're gonna.
What is our
Thanksgiving-
record overseas? So I know we played the Lions a couple years ago in
I don't know. We don't play
London.
overseas
We
games.
won, and we played another team. I think we're
probably the Jags.
2-0.
Chiefs and
Oh, no.
London games.
I don't think we've.
I don't
gone-
think we've lost overseas yet.
I don't think we've gone very many times either.
I just remember 2 times.
Oh
so
God,
far.
everything's talking about. Oh, it's gonna be hard to find this. All right, hold on.
Why? Because everyone's talking about.
All the
Germany
hits are
probably.
about us going to Germany.
Yeah. Which I thought when the schedule came out last season, we were supposed to play the Panthers. The 4 teams were supposed to be going to Germany were the Bucks, the Seahawks, the Panthers, and the Chiefs. Which
Yeah.
the NFL knew what they were doing, right? You want to take Tyreek Hill's homecoming away from Arrowhead, but you're going to make it in the playoffs instead. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah. Well, it really sucks that you end up protecting that Chicago game. I mean, because that's essentially so they could have had either the Chicago game overseas or the
Right.
Dolphins game overseas. As a Chiefs fan who's dating somebody who's from Chicago who does not care about the Bears now, is a
Right.
big Chiefs fan, but her family came into town for that game. We were going to go to it, and then it ended up being like $300 per person. We're
Yeah.
like, well, fucking no to watch the Bears game, and thank God we didn't watch it. It was a blowout.
Well, I think that's why they protected that is because they're going to get a lot of
That
travel for that. They know they're going to
Yes.
get a ton of fans.
That's
opposing
exactly.
fans coming from Chicago. So they're like, from
Yeah.
a money standpoint, it made sense. From a
right.
football fan stance, we couldn't care. Please ship that over to Germany. Let them watch that.
I'm still shocked they sent the Dolphins game. Well, I guess everyone thought the Dolphins weren't going to be good again.
I think everybody knew what the
I
Dolphins
think
would
the
be
Dolphins-
about this.
yeah.
Kind of crazy that they shipped it. Well, this was supposed to be an away game for the Chiefs, right?
No,
it's a
this
home
is
game.
supposed to be a home game.
Oh,
They did ship away Tyreek's
Tyreek's
homecoming,
homecoming. Yeah,
saving it for the playoffs.
genius. They knew.
All right.
the playoffs. Yeah.
Okay, so official score predictions. I'm going 31-24.
I'm going 31-3.
31-3.
Dude, we're gonna.
28-17.
28-17. All right. We're on the record.
You guys are missing the weirdness. The Raiders are no longer that bad. There needs to be another team that the Chiefs absolutely blow out in a divisional game when everyone says, "Oh, be careful."
Yeah, well, we haven't
Like
played
those
the
2 times in a row where
We haven't played the Raiders yet. We don't know if they're not that bad.
That's true.
They're looking worse. They're
Well, Andy
they're
Reid-
getting worse every week.
Andy Reid is 43-5 in his last 48 division games, so I'm not worried about
Wait,
it.
Truman,
Yeah,
what was
they're-
your
they're
what was
four-
your score prediction?
31-24.
Okay.
The Chiefs are, I saw this, 44-5 since the Royals have won the World Series in division games. They're 44-5. And they have not lost to the Broncos.
With and
since that.
two of those are Chargers against our backups.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy. All right. Okay. So now into the overreaction sections with the Overreactor himself. We always all answer these, so I don't know, but we try to go through these pretty quick. We ask people Snapchat, Twitter. We get suggestions from all over the place.
Facebook, Gmail.
Don't send in my Gmail. I don't check my Gmail.
Ask.fm.
That's what we should say. So I've seen people doing that in the year of our Lord 2023. I've seen people doing Ask FM. I'm like, man, just fucking text them. Throw the balls.
You guys remember Yik Yak when we were
of course.
freshmen in college?
It's back.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not as good
They
anymore.
shut it down.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
they
people are
shut
being
that shit
too
down.
mean. They shut it down.
I do remember KU Hate Week was particularly awesome.
That was a pretty good one. I had somebody try to meet up with me in the library, and I didn't go when I was at K-State because I was like, you know what? I was like, right before I was lonely. I wasn't that lonely. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to go.
Wait,
So
someone
didn't go.
said meet me at the library?
Well, it was somebody like randomly just posted. It was like, want to cuddle with somebody. And I was like, hey, yo. I was like, because,
Yeah, of course.
you're 18 years old in
Yeah.
college.
Full
You're
of
young.
confidence,
Go
horny.
get some
Yeah,
strange, man.
yeah, it's not even the comment. It's horny is what it is. And then, so yeah, I
Were
answered
they
that.
attractive? Like, could you
Probably
No,
not. They're
it's
posting
Yik
on
Yak.
Yik Yak.
Oh, you saw. Oh, it
Right.
was a Yik
And I
Yak?
think that's what that was part of it. Was I was like, they're probably not attractive, so I just didn't go. I was like, probably, and I'll go. So I don't know. All right, okay. All that to say, welcome to the Overreactions, the Owerreactor section. All right, Owen, let's start it off hot. This comes from Jeffrey. KSU beats Texas. Quinn Ewers is out for up to 4 weeks with the shoulder injury.
That's kind of spicy. I had this awful, horrible thought today. You know who probably starts that game?
No, not Will Howard.
No, Arch Manning.
Arch Manning?
No, Arch Manning. I don't think that. I saw somebody
They
say
wouldn't
that
waste
Arch,
his red shirt on that, though, would they?
that's why I heard Arch Manning isn't going to play. I think I heard somebody else.
Okay.
It's the other guy.
Then never mind. Then yes, it's winnable.
But somebody said that guy could be better than Quinn Ewers. They said that guy could be good enough that Quinn Ewers doesn't get his job back.
That would
But
suck.
that comes from Texas fans, so I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay. This one comes from Framps. He says, Cats are piecing it together. Healthy quarterback competition seems to bring better play from each quarterback.
Yes, facts. Will Howard went crazy last weekend.
Yeah, that's the best Will Howard's looked in a long time.
Yes.
It's a lot of
This would be a lot of K-State
it's
questions.
a lot of K-State at the beginning. It's getting better. One more though. Cats already had a decent chance to beat Texas, but with Ewers out, it gives the Chiefs. Is Ewers? Am I saying
Ewers,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I sound like I was saying
Ewers,
that weird. I'm just second guessing myself. With Ewers out, it gives the Cats their best shot at a repeat Big 12 championship game appearance.
It does smell like a tasty Texas is the best team in the conference, but they lose to K-State, lose to OU, and miss out on the title game kind of situation.
Just like last
And
year.
then they'll beat the brakes off of whoever poor SEC or ACC team they play in their bowl game.
Yeah, in the Alamo Bowl.
Yeah,
they'll
or
just beat
some-
the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, that's what this smells like to me. What would be hilarious.
I wouldn't want to be whoever plays Texas after K-State rolls into Austin.
Yeah.
If we do beat them. Okay.
If we do.
All right, that was the last for a little bit. This one comes from Ian. He says Mizzou beats Georgia.
All right, let's relax.
No Brock Bowers.
No Brock Bowers.
If this game was in Columbia, I would say no doubt it happens.
Yeah.
This
I'd-
game
well,
is in
I'd still have
Athens.
some doubt.
That
Mizzou-
makes it tougher.
Mizzou is looking way better than I thought they would. Luther
And-
Burden
and
is
Georgia
certainly a
looks-
future Chief.
I would love nothing more than that.
Chiefs will never pick high enough to get Luther. Luther Burden's going in the top
He's-
10, if not the top 5.
Oh yeah,
We'll see. Yeah.
Chiefs
He's-
will never pick that high.
probably the first wide receiver off the board.
Yeah. Like I remember last year I was like, oh dude, I thought Marvin Harrison Jr. was coming out that year.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, we might have a shot at him. And then he was like, no, he's going back.
Yeah.
Like he's only a sophomore. I was like, oh, we're screwed. 'Cause
Yeah.
everybody's talking about like he's gonna go number 2 or whatever, or like Chicago's gonna get the first.
Chicago has
and
the
second
first 2
pick.
picks.
So-
They'll screw both those up. Marvin Harrison Jr. will go third.
The only
Yeah,
the
they'll pick
only way I can
somebody.
see this Georgia game going is either it's a come back down to reality moment for Mizzou fans when they find out how good they really are, or they take care of business to get a scrappy win.
It was a very scrappy loss last year.
Right.
I
I
think
remember
Mizzou
that.
played them the closest anybody played them last
Yes,
year.
that's true. That is true.
And that team was infinitely worse than this team is.
Yep.
So I will give Mizzou a very decent chance at pulling this off.
we'll
That's
see.
it.
And
All right.
we'll figure out a lot about Mizzou if they win.
That's true as well.
This one comes from Curtis. Says Tyreek Hill is the best player in the league and should win MVP.
Best player in the league, I'm not sure.
Let's say non-quarterback, because
Best non-quarterback.
I think A.J. Brown actually might be having a better season than Tyreek Hill right now. But Tyreek is really, really good.
We talked about this before.
I don't know about
you got
MVP.
here.
Yeah, we did talk about
this
it
before you got here. If he hits 2,000 yards, you almost have to give him MVP, don't you?
Who, A.J. Brown or
well,
Tyreek?
No, Tyreek.
Oh no, I mean Cooper Kupp won the Triple Crown 2 years
Yeah.
ago and got no votes.
Like,
Or
not
got
even,
one
like,
vote.
10.
But he didn't have 2,000 yards.
That's was he close? He had like 18.
He was knocking on the door.
Yeah.
But wasn't
he-
2,000.
That's true. I think you have to break the record and have the Triple Crown, and Tua can't throw for over
But-
4,000.
I don't
Like
know.
we
The
said,
voters
there's-
have shown they don't care about records. Justin Jefferson didn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Do you not win Offensive Rookie of the Year?
No.
Who won that year?
He lost to somebody else. Or
Oh, he lost to like Mac Jones or something stupid.
it was insane.
Well, now I got to double check that.
Yeah,
but
I
now
I don't know.
I'm
That's-
having
yeah.
second guesses also.
But there's not really a quarterback that's, head and shoulders above everyone else right now.
No,
To be like, there's not a clear quarterback MVP favorite.
Mahomes has pronounced himself a little bit. This was the biggest.
Oh yeah, they gave it to Garrett Wilson.
No, that was last year.
Oh,
buddy.
then
Oh
it
my
was
God. What?
then it was Jamar Chase.
No, 2 years ago. One more year. Go back one more year. He was the year before Jamar Chase.
2020.
Yes.
Justin Jefferson's been in the league for 4 years.
No, this is third year.
This is his third year. Yes, so
But
that
it
would be
would've-
2021.
Wait, am I fucked up?
2021 then comes after that year.
This
Truman,
is
it's
his
2022.
This is his fourth year.
Is it-
Because his
oh, yes.
contract is up after this year.
That's
so this
right.
would be his fourth year.
This
Because-
is his fourth year.
Yes.
Then they gave it to Justin Herbert.
That makes
That's
sense.
right.
That
okay.
makes sense.
Okay, all right, okay, yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
So
But
Justin Herbert
I remember
was just
it was close. It was back and
It
forth.
should have been Justin Jefferson.
is, side note, probably the most overrated player in the league right now. But
Yes.
Justin Herbert?
Him or George Kittle.
No, it's Brock Purdy.
Well, not anymore. The book is out on Brock.
Yeah,
Everybody
sweet.
knows about Brock.
Everyone's realizing
train
that
has
he's a
slowed
janitor.
down,
I'm so
yes.
glad.
Yes. I will say, okay, so
Worse, Alex Smith.
Tyreek Hill's MVP odds are at plus 5,000 right now. By the way, going into the game tonight, Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow were both plus 4,000. I don't think those two should have better odds than Tyreek Hill to win the MVP.
It's
just
just hard.
quarterback.
Yeah, it's just hard
Yeah.
for a wide receiver to win it.
That's just
Because
crazy.
the problem is that for all these other skill positions, every time a team has a bad quarterback, they don't win.
I
It
know.
doesn't matter how good the people are around him. If the quarterback isn't good, your team doesn't win games. And that keeps being proven week after week in the NFL.
Also, I want to say
The Raiders aren't winning. They have Devontae Adams.
about Tyreek Hill, I think Tyreek Hill might go for 300 yards against the Chiefs, and they might still lose. I think.
300 yards?
I'm big on Tyreek Hill. He might break the record for the game. That
our
just-
safeties worry
How
me.
bad do you think our defense is?
I think Tyreek Hill is going to have
I think our
that
safeties
extra
are
juice.
the weak point,
Oh, guys,
and that's
you're just
That's
you're
where you
in
catch
this.
ya.
You need to get out of this mindset. The Chiefs
But-
have a top 5 defense now. We're
But-
not. This isn't the Bob Sutton Chiefs anymore.
Tyreek
we
Hill's
will
game
we
record,
will put pressure on Tua, and he won't be able to sit back there and wait for Tyreek
Well, that's
to
the
get
thing.
open.
Right. How many
Tua's
times?
getting rid of the ball the fastest in the NFL.
He might get us on a lot of slants. He might rack up a lot of catches for those yards.
A
I
lot
don't
of
think he's got to get one big bomb, right? He's going to get
Yeah.
one 60, 70-yard fucking
see.
catch.
Oh, for sure. For
Tua
sure.
has the lowest time to throw, I believe. It's either he's
Or
either
he's getting
low-
the ball out quick. It's not
Yes.
that he doesn't have time. It's that
No,
he's getting the
it's
ball
either
out quick.
he has the fastest time to throw, or he's or second or third. He's top 3 for sure.
Oh, he was the fastest for a long time. But I don't.
You
I
guys
just
are,
I
you guys are so.
But how
you're
many
Chiefs
times?
brain,
How many
dude.
times did the Chiefs? Speaking of being Chiefs brains, how many times did we sit there with Tyreek Hill and of
Man,
course
yeah, dude,
Patrick Mahomes?
I remember this one week when the Chiefs were facing the #1 wide receiver in the league. Oh, and he had 20 fucking yards.
No,
Who do you think
I'm
is
just-
better, Justin Jefferson or Tyreek Hill? Right now.
Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Tyreek Hill is
Not-
the most unique talent.
Nine times out of 10.
He's the
Tyreek
hardest
Hill.
guard.
Yeah,
He's the
okay.
hardest guy to guard in the NFL.
If Justin Jefferson can't get more than 20 yards, Tyreek Hill isn't going for 300.
You ask that question to defensive coordinators, who would they rather line up against, Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson? I guarantee
Justin
all of
Jefferson.
them say Justin Jefferson.
That's still he's not
but
going
also,
for
how many times did we sit there with Tyreek Hill and somebody'd say, "Well, we have the top 5 defense in the league. We're not going to give up a bunch of yards to Tyreek Hill,"
Awesome.
and they'd still
He's going to
torch
take
him.
a 7-yard slant, 65 yards to the house.
Yeah, and he'd still go crazy on him.
What top 5 defenses the Dolphins played?
Well, they played the Bills. Tyreek Hill had
And what happened?
Tyreek Hill had good yardage. I said Tyreek Hill
He said
300
he'd still
yards and
lose.
still lose.
It's not 300 fucking yards. That's
He
what
could set a record. He's going to have an extra juice.
I'm not letting you get away with that.
I think
think
it is-
300 yards is a little absurd.
It's a little absurd.
Tyreek's going to get
It's
his.
extremely absurd.
I'm saying it could
He
We
could go.
could be-
Yeah, he could go for 60 yards. Yeah, he could.
be looking a little like, remember the LA game?
He's more like
You
175.
remember the game that should have been Mexico City that ended up in LA? You remember that game? 54-51?
Yeah, remember who's
Could be a little-
the greatest Monday Night Football game ever.
Yes,
Yeah,
maybe the greatest football
the
game.
Bob Sutton defense. Yeah,
Chiefs have probably played in 2 of the greatest football games of all time, honestly.
that's not
that
good.
I've seen in my life.
it's not happening.
You
Both
know what
those
people
teams had
forget is an
historically
instant
bad
classic a
defenses.
lot? That
What?
same year versus Seahawks.
Yeah.
That was an instant classic game as well.
That was great, and the Chiefs lost.
Yeah, we did lose.
And that was great.
But
That sucks because Russell Wilson played perfect.
Yeah,
That's what it took
that,
to beat the
that
Chiefs
game.
that year.
That game gets forgotten about with that game and the Pats game
Mm-hmm.
in the championship.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Sorry.
I'm not letting you get away with 300 yards. He's gonna have like 75 yards and no touchdowns.
Ooh,
set the line. Set a line.
that's a bold prediction, buddy.
Set the line.
75.
I got an over.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
That's an
Get ready to speak $5, Truman.
Tweet it out. Tweet
that's
it
an
out.
easy win there.
Okay. All right.
No,
This is
I'm telling
I
you,
cashed.
No, it's,
I
no,
cashed.
it's not.
I need Cooper Cup
Chiefs
to
are the
get
best
hurt again,
cornerback
but
duo in the league.
That's our other bet is that I had Cooper Cup playing less than 10 games or 10 and I said the line 10 and a half.
Idiot.
And but he's already missed 4. I need him to miss 3 more games. But he's looking pretty healthy. All right. Okay. Sorry. This one comes from Adam. He said, "Oh, you would be scared to play K-State if they were on their schedule."
I would say
Yes.
that's true. Don't you guys normally beat
Yes,
OU?
we own OU.
So,
That's-
yeah, that's kind of like a scary game. That's like they're Bengals, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, we can't beat
No,
them.
exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. I would say yes. Our dominance at KU will continue this year.
Yes.
Are you back on track? You back on track
Yes.
with that? Okay.
They're not healthy enough.
Fair enough. Travis Kelce has been the linchpin in the offense for the past 7 years.
Obvious.
Yes.
I would.
Yeah, he's definitely Mahomes' go-to guy. It's 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 8. You automatically know Mahomes is looking for Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
But like,
He's-
also he's Patrick Mahomes. So like,
Right. But he's been that glue guy for a long time.
Also, I
every
think
quarterback
it's-
needs a security blanket, right? A guy you can count on. That's obviously Travis Kelce.
Yeah, absolutely. McCole Hardman is all the Chiefs need at wide receiver. That comes from Adam.
That is
No.
so false.
Oh my gosh.
That is terrible.
I
I'm
think.
not letting any of y'all get away with this.
I
He's
think-
literally Richie James right now.
I think
Until he catches a ball that's not a 6-yard slant, he is Richie James.
I think the offense is fine. Richie James also had 2 games, by the way,
Okay, cool.
and he dropped what he had turnover. Yeah, at least 1 turnover.
Cool. McCole Hardman had an easy drop too. He ran the wrong route
Well,
and messed up the
but he didn't
passing
have
lane.
turnover. I mean, Richie James dropped that punt right off his face mask. Just
I
lost
do
it.
not care, man.
I can't believe you're this Richie James. You're very
No,
on Richie
I am.
James.
I am.
no, I'm not
We're
pro-
that anti McCole.
I'm not
I guess that's
pro
fair.
Richie James. I'm saying stop saying McCole is like the mega messiah god
he's
answer.
not the mega
he is
messiah.
The fix-all. Yeah.
But I think he's an answer. I
He's
think
fu-
he's
he's
an
not-
answer. I don't think he's the answer.
Yeah,
what?
he's D and the
He's-
answer
he-
is A.
Yeah.
So he is
Yeah.
an answer, correct?
Yeah.
He's on the list. He's on
Yeah,
the
he's the
multiple
answer
choice.
to who is Chiefs WR5. Yeah.
Cool. Is this the best the Chiefs offense has looked all year?
Yes,
Yes.
of
Oh,
course.
it's weird. Who was playing? What's the one
Shut
difference?
the fuck up. Oh, my
was
God.
Christian Watson holding back this team the whole time?
Well,
Who's
God
Christian?
damn it, Justin Watson. I'm sick. I'm sick. All right. Chiefs will lead the league. Will lead the league in sacks this year. That comes from Adam.
I don't know about that, but I don't think it's an overreaction.
Well, there's been a
because
ton of teams that have like
Yeah.
7 a
The
game.
problem is there's a couple teams that
they're
have
like
had
6 sacks behind the Ravens. The Ravens are going crazy.
yeah, there's a couple teams that have played doo-doo teams and like
If-
sacked them a million times.
If Karlaftis can turn those pressures into more sacks, it's doable. I mean, he's like 4th or 5th in the league right now. In
Yeah, he's got a lot.
but it's doable.
Yeah.
I don't think it's crazy to say
No,
they could.
it's not.
I think they'll have to continue to have 4 to 5 sacks a game, but I think they could do that.
Yes.
We're
But I
gonna
don't know
cook
if
the
they will.
Raiders. I can't wait to get like 6 sacks.
I'll
against
say they
the
do have a
Raiders.
lot of awful offensive lines to play. I mean,
Who did Khalil
looking
Mack
at,
get
looking
to
at you
6
Bengals.
against? Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for them to just go all over that turnstile that is Orlando Brown.
I cannot
Jr.
stand Orlando Brown.
I'm
I
so
hated
excited.
the signing when it happened. I was like, cool, we got a right tackle. What? We have a left tackle? No, we don't.
Yeah, and then every time he somehow jumps. He somehow false start on every play, but would get beat around.
I like
the
he's just
edge.
playing in quicksand. That's what he looks like.
Oh, hey, here's a little bit of happy breaking news for you.
Oh,
The Texas Rangers are heading to the World Series.
they beat the Astros.
They
Fuck
sure
yeah,
did.
dude.
Thank God.
Dusty Baker's he was 0-3 in Game 7s going into that game.
Yeah,
And it continues.
I don't like the hatred on Dusty Baker. He's a legend. However, the rest of the Astros franchise, fuck them.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I would say I don't know how you guys feel about the Astros, but anytime they lose, that's good.
Oh yeah,
No,
absolutely.
they're cheaters. But Dusty Baker's a national treasure. I'll stand by that.
Tyrod Taylor has been underrated his entire career, just very misfortunate.
Yes.
Super facts. He stepped in and they were instantly better.
Yeah, the fact that he got stabbed in the lung, and that's why the Chargers have Justin Herbert now, is crazy.
Kind of insane, yeah.
That is crazy. Well, it kept Justin Jefferson from winning Rookie of the Year.
The main thing.
Would Justin Jefferson, maybe that's been what's just been propelling him. It was not winning
Tyrod.
Rookie of the Year. What if this is the butterfly effect, right? This is the butterfly flapping its wings just wrong.
Tyrod Taylor was the only good thing on those terrible late thousands
Bills teams.
those middle teens Bills teams. Yeah, he was the only good thing about
Yeah,
that.
he's bounced around a ton.
And they did him dirty, man.
And he is a very, very good quarterback. I mean,
He's like Geno Smith. Like
right.
I could see him absolutely.
No,
having
he's like that
career renaissance
Vikings
somewhere.
quarterback.
which
Teddy
one?
Bridgewater?
Yes,
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater
Christian
just had a
Ponder.
horrendous knee injury.
dude, he was the answer for Minnesota. He was
Teddy
so
Two
fun.
Gloves, man.
Teddy Two Gloves. Man, he was rounding into being such
He
a
was
good
so
guy.
fun in
He was
Minnesota.
and then
very good.
And then his knee got shredded.
Yeah,
It's too bad, man.
Just, they said it was like the worst they'd ever seen, and it was non-contact. So like, oh yeah, he's done.
Right.
It was nice he even made it back.
Yeah, it's too bad, man.
All right. You're not gonna believe this. It's more K-State Big 12 stuff. K-State is tied for second in the Big 12. They need to win out and face OU in the Big 12 championship game. Possible to run it back.
It is possible. That's true. It's mathematically possible to run it back.
I don't know, man. Possible Super Bowl 57 rematch. He said that both these come from Brandon. He said both teams are sitting at 6-1. Actually, the Chiefs are at plus 450. Philly's at plus 650. San Francisco was at plus 400 before this game tonight. There's no way they'll be at plus 400 tomorrow. They will have worst odds.
Janitor alert.
Super Bowl 57 rematch is most likely right now.
No, I don't. I think this Eagles team is set up for a big disappointment.
I still think the Eagles and the Niners are on a collision course.
Yes.
I don't see anyone else.
Until the Buccaneers come to town.
Shout out Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield felt dangerous, took out Lamar.
Dude, that'll be two great championship games. Chiefs versus Dolphins. Philly versus Niners. That'll be great.
Who's playing the Chiefs in the championship game?
The Dolphins.
No, they're not.
Oh, we know the Bills aren't making it. So who's your other?
The Bills are winning their division. The Dolphins are
No.
going to be the wild card team. Yes.
I think the Jets can still win that division.
No,
They're
the
still
Bills already have a game up
Yeah, but
On the Jets.
wait, hold on.
on the Dolphins.
You've been sitting here all day saying how fraudulent Miami is, and you're going to call the Bills frauds?
No, the Bills are set up for success.
The
'cause
Bills
they
are absolutely frauds.
The Bills are the biggest frauds. They're bigger frauds than Miami is.
they're going to
way
win the
bigger
division.
frauds.
Miami's
still.
lost to two. Well, I guess they lost to the Bills. But
Yes.
but the Bills lose to bad teams.
Yes, and then they win the division still.
The Bills
but
could
they're only
lose.
half game up on the Jets because the Jets beat them.
That's true, but the Jets are going to continue to lose games because they have the janitor, the
Jets-
cleanliest janitor.
The Jets
of
are
all.
like the Chiefs in that they have the defense that gives
to
them the
win.
time to
Yeah,
figure
the
it out.
Jets are like the Chiefs if the Chiefs were bad.
They just need to bide their time with Zach Wilson. And rumor has it that Mr. Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be back in action by week 13.
You know what?
No way.
Yes.
You know what? You know what?
They're saying he's
way.
so incredible. He's walking around without his crutches. People are saying he's supposed to be making back by week 13.
I changed my
No
thing.
shot.
The Jets.
No shot.
do scare me.
I agree. No shot.
No
but
shot.
The
well,
Jets
and I
scare
think the
me.
Jets will be. I think by the time
Jets
we hit week 13, week 14, I think the Jets will honestly be out of it enough that I don't think they rush around.
The Jets are the ones
The
that
Jets
scare me.
Actually, you know who should scare us? Who plays us probably the best every single time we play them, if they manage to sneak in and win their division, is the Tennessee Titans.
No, I'm not scared of Tennessee.
Absolutely. They match up so well just fundamentally against the Chiefs.
Yeah, they're also really good at choking.
Their physicality and just the way that Vrabel coaches them
Always punts the Chiefs in the mouth.
plays the Chiefs.
Derrick Henry's
so
falling
hard.
off.
Vrabel has our number just a little bit. He has that moxie.
That should be, and they're playing with house money. They have nothing to lose. They know they're not a great team.
Yep.
So the fact that if they could even get there is like,
know,
empty out all the chambers.
Guys,
go for it.
Guys, I've got it. You're missing the obvious. When the Titans make the playoffs, they're beating whoever we think is the Chiefs' biggest problem.
Yeah, they're gonna beat the Dolphins.
They'll beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They'll beat the Bengals. They'll beat the Bills.
Just like they did the Ravens.
They'll beat somebody for us. And then people are like, Chiefs easy road to Super Bowl, Mickey Mouse Super Bowl. And then the Chiefs will be like, yay, repeat, yay.
The Chiefs have had some easy runs. Although we got to beat the Bengals last year. That was nice. All right. Chiefs were already so famous, but Taylor Swift launched them internationally higher. That comes from Allie.
I don't think that's the craziest overreaction.
No, I
ever.
think
Yeah, true. She's a megastar. She's probably one of, if not the biggest,
But I don't know
pop star in the
internationally.
world.
I think
She didn't make them less famous.
I just think intra-nationally more than internationally. I don't see too many Swifties from Korea tuning into the Chiefs.
I don't know, man. She sells out world tours, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's about to.
Yeah.
There's talk like Travis Kelce's going to be in like Argentina on the bye
Yeah,
week.
she would be like,
Okay, yes, but that's not overseas. No Swiftie is waking up at 1 a.m. to watch a Chiefs game.
No, but they're
no,
watching
but
the
they
highlights.
do. But they do know who the Chiefs are now.
That's true. They would never know.
I don't know, guys.
Some
I don't know.
25-year-old chick in England who just knows soccer is like, hey, have you heard about these Kansas City Chiefs?
Yes.
Maybe.
Because of Taylor Swift.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yes. There's probably people in America that didn't know about the Chiefs. That know that because they were that into Taylor Swift. There's 13-year-old girls who
You're
only
talking
knew
about
Taylor Swift
you're
that
talking
are
about
now
sports ball Americans.
Yes.
Yay, sports ball!
Yes.
God, that triggers me. I hate that. If you
All
want
right.
to piss me off, say that.
Next one comes from Chase. Chase has a run here on
Hell yeah.
on the next couple. Bills are going to miss the playoffs
Absolutely.
due to Josh Allen's inconsistency.
No,
Absolutely.
stop.
Bills will not make the playoffs.
Stop. I disagree.
I'm with him. I'm with you.
I disagree, you guys.
I think the
They
Bills
almost lost to the Giants.
Yeah, remember when the Chiefs
should have
almost,
lost to the Giants.
Yeah, remember when the Chiefs should have lost to the Texans and then went on to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, but they won.
But they won.
The Bills just lost to the Pats.
They did? God,
Yes.
I forgot about that. It's so bad.
They've lost 3 games already.
Yeah, they just
The
lost.
Chiefs
They
also
just
did
lost me my
lose to the
Survivor
Colts
League.
last
Thank
year.
you, Bills.
The Chiefs did lose to the Colts last year, guys.
Yeah.
It's still early in the season.
It's not
But
that
not
early
also
in the
the
season.
Jets and the Jaguars. So
The Jaguars are a real team. The Jets are kind of.
I want to look at the wild card right now just for fun.
they are 7th, the Bills.
They are 7th right
They
now.
are in
Yes.
7th place.
Guys, it's just setting up.
But
for,
they're only 7th because they have the benefit of Houston, the Jets, and the Cincinnati, who are all half game back from them. They have all had
All
their
bye
bye week
weeks.
or were on.
Yes.
They were all on their bye week this week.
Yes.
Interesting.
We'll see, guys. I'm telling you, I don't think Buffalo's gonna miss the playoffs. I just don't. They're too good.
They're going to lose to Miami in the rematch. They're
Yep.
going to lose to the
I
Chiefs.
don't know, guys.
They're going to lose to the Jets again.
That's 7. No, that's 6 losses.
I don't know the rest of their schedule, but I know those 3 are losses.
Could lose to the Pats again.
No.
Bill Belichick.
They've got to play the Bengals. They could
Yep.
lose to the Bengals
The
again.
Bengals are fraudulent too.
Well, the Bengals are going to get better.
Bengals are figuring it out.
The
So
Bengals
the
have.
Bills aren't.
I don't think the Bills have room to go
There's
up.
nothing wrong with the Bills.
Yes.
I
Right.
think there's
The
Bengals,
Bills,
you're
Bills
like-
are, you're seeing who the Bills are.
The Bengals, you're like, well, Joe
So
Burrow
the
was
Dolphins
just
show you who they are, and we just turn a blind eye to it. But the Bills lose one game, and it's in the dumpster.
The Bills
huh?
have lost 3 games. That's the problem. And they did
The
beat
Dolphins
Miami.
have only played St. Mary's School of
Oh,
the
yeah.
Deaf and Blind.
No, I
But they
agree.
beat 'em.
The
No,
Dolphins.
they didn't. They lost to the only good team they played.
They lost to the 2 good teams they played, but the Bills are losing to bad teams. That's the point.
You guys,
We watched the Eagles lose to a bad team. We watched the Niners lose to 2
The
bad
Dolphins
teams.
will not make the AFC Championship game. Absolutely not.
I don't think you can say absolutely.
Well, it may fall to where they run into us before.
Damn,
then.
that would suck for this
So,
hypothetical situation,
yes.
wouldn't it?
Could be the Bengals. I'm interested to see who else will be at the Arrowhead Invitational this year. I'm intrigued.
I'm
Okay.
I
telling
want the Bengals again, and I want to beat them again.
Yeah.
I do not want the Bengals.
Oh, absolutely.
Keep them away from me. I don't like playing the Bengals.
I want the Bengals
if-
as much as possible
If,
over the next.
if we're gonna win the game
4
no matter
years.
what, I'd love to. Face
Oh
the
yeah,
Bengals.
if you're telling me we're gonna win the game, then yeah, I'd love to play the Bengals.
I have
Sure.
no doubt they have a terrible offensive line.
Yeah,
Yes, they have Jamar Chase, but T. Higgins fell off the face of the earth this year.
it's crazy. As somebody who bought a lot of T. Higgins stock in fantasy leagues.
Yes,
Selling,
absolutely.
dude.
I actually traded him for Jordan Addison, which worked out
Yeah, that's a good
incredibly
trade.
for me.
Wow.
So that was
Until
early.
T.
That was
Higgins-
like week 2 or something.
Until
that's
T.
crazy.
Higgins has his one game that
You
he
saw the
pops
writing on the
off.
wall? Yeah. Well, it'll be the Chiefs game. So.
But he'll be on that fantasy
Yeah.
players bench. 'cause
Shout
he
out Mike Williams. Thank God he wasn't playing yesterday.
He
Yeah,
does love a
jeez.
game
He
versus the
loves the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
God, he's a Chiefs eater. All right.
He doesn't really win though.
Lions got exposed as frauds in the loss to the Ravens.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Who else? Someone else who got exposed? The Miami Dolphins.
Yay!
I-
This is all Chase takes.
These are all Chase
God,
takes.
I knew Chase knew ball.
The first overall pick is going to the one and only 4-win team. Oh. There's only going to be one 4-win team, and that's who the first overall pick will. That's what Chase is saying. I'm not sure that is a good take. I think that's.
Well,
I don't know. Well,
it could go to the
Bears-
Bears because
well,
they
but-
own Carolina's pick.
Yeah, but the Bears and Broncos continue to win games, and
I
I,
don't
think
think
Carolina will win some divisional games in that terrible division.
I don't think Carolina's winning.
I don't
4
think
games.
Carolina's going to win maybe one game.
Yeah,
I mean, they might get a Saints game because the Saints are terrible. But
that's true.
Adams in shambles.
The Panthers, yeah, we had a guy on because we do each division, we break it down. We had a guy on for the NFC South, and he was
a believer.
He was saying that he was big on the Panthers, and I remember my quote was, "I'm sleeping on the Panthers. I'm honk shoe
I am
on the
in
Panthers."
6-month hibernation on the Panthers.
Yes, and it keeps on looking better and better.
Shoeing on the Panthers.
Yes, they've gotten blown out the last couple weeks too.
They're
That
not
sucks.
looking good.
They come back against the Texans. They'll get cooked. They have the Colts.
C.J. Stroud.
They'll lose against the Colts. They play the Bears.
Which
beat
Bears are we
Bears.
gonna get? Are we gonna get Bears against a good team Bears or
Oh,
Bears against a
God,
bad team?
it's a Thursday night game.
Oh my God, the
my
NFL
God.
hates
Wait,
us.
it's Bears Panthers.
November 9th, Thursday night. Oh, dude. Oh, here's their W. Ready? Sunday, November 19th. It's a noon game. The Panthers are at home, and they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. It would be so funny.
That is a Dallas Cowboys game. That is a Dak Prescott 4 interception game.
Yep. They do.
Brian
They've
Burns
already
going
lost to
crazy.
the Saints once at home, so they have to go to New Orleans to play that game. They have
Brian
to go
Burns
to the
goes crazy,
Bucks.
picks him off 3 times.
I think they lose. I think they win 1 or 2 games. So I think this is a bad pick.
I think their offense is serviceable enough to not go 0-17.
Fair. Yeah.
If they weren't putting up
Wait,
points,
they have no wins?
no, yeah,
No, they're
0-6.
Oh, I
I
didn't
think they're
realize
on a
that.
bye week this week.
Yeah, they're on the bye. They're reloading.
Retooling.
Yes.
with
yeah.
their 5'4" quarterback.
Who the hell is their head coach against? He's the old Indy coach, right?
Yeah, Frank Reich.
Reich.
Reich, yeah.
I believe in Frank Reich. He's a good football coach.
That's fair.
He has a terrible roster.
I think he'll figure it out. I think if anybody's gonna figure it out, he will.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're tanking for Caleb Williams.
All right. Okay. Moving on. It's not too early to say that Jordan Love ain't it. He's a certified bust.
I think we've seen enough good things out of him to not say bust yet.
I think the Packers certainly have buyer's remorse.
Yeah, that was still a terrible take. You have a Hall of Fame quarterback and you draft a new one. Morons.
Well, you have to draft.
Rodgers was on his way out regardless.
Yeah,
he
I
wasn't staying. You had to do something.
I think the people that are mad that they drafted a quarterback is I think
they
that's
should
dumb.
have drafted a wide receiver. What are they? There was a terrible pick. You
They
cannot-
drafted Christian Watson.
Hey, you got that one
Actually,
right.
Christian Watson. Yeah, thank you. He is probably a first round talent. I think he's looked good enough that I feel solid enough that they got him in the second round.
It's just more the principle. No one was drafting Jordan Love in the first round.
I think that's fair.
I thought he was gonna go.
Not first round.
No, maybe second.
Oh no, it's pretty. Wait, no, that was their second round pick.
He did. Yeah, say I don't think he went first.
Jordan
did he?
Love was
Yeah.
their second round pick.
Well, I thought he went like 21st overall,
I don't know.
or like
It all
27th
runs together.
overall.
Someone look this up.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was late. It was late round 1, early round 2. Either way,
Still an awful pick.
so you guys are no. That's a no. Okay.
I don't think you're allowed to call him a bust.
I don't
after
think you
one
can say
season
bust yet.
starting. He's essentially a rookie.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Round 1, pick 26.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, I don't think he was going to go first round, but
Yeah. All right. Patriots are a bad team, but they will never lose that voodoo magic as long as Bill Belichick is there.
that's true.
He's a good coach.
Bill Belichick
how do-
he's coaching for a job right now. I think
he's just gonna retire. I don't think. He'll be
I think he's
fired.
got the lifetime deal.
No.
Like, I don't think Andy could. How much?
you've seen how,
How bad
Andy
would
went out
Andy
against
Reid
the
have to
Eagles,
be?
though.
That's the Eagles, though. It's a different kind.
I know he didn't get the Super Bowls and everything, but at this point, you're 4 years removed from Brady and any kind of success.
I think it's uncomfortable. I think it's one of those.
Kraft and him don't have the best relationship.
We had a very similar thing with Bill Snyder at K-State,
Yeah.
where you were like, they lost. I remember it was our senior year, and we were both in the band, so we were
David
hoping to go.
Montgomery kicked the shit out of us.
We were hoping they would go to. They would, if you win 6 games, you go to a bowl game. We're hoping because we get to travel if they go to a bowl game. We were hoping they'd make it, and I was at Iowa State. They lost to probably Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, freshman year. That would have been Brock Purdy. Look it up. Brock Purdy, but they lost, and it sucked. K-State was up in that game, and they lost, and so it sucked to not go to the Big 12, the bowl game that year. But then, like, the silver lining, I think, for every K-State fan was like, Bill Snyder has
gotta
to leave.
go.
He has
Yeah.
to leave at this point. And Bill Snyder did the right thing. He stepped down. He retired.
What was that year you guys had Kleiman at quarterback? And we're
Colin Klein.
yeah, or Klein, that's right. We're
2013.
number
2013.
one in the nation. Yeah.
Yeah, they always fall apart.
Who'd you lose to that year? Was that Oklahoma?
I think it was Baylor.
Oh, it was Baylor, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was a heartbreaking one. Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, duh. That would be in 2018.
I
because
I
it was
don't
still
think
fall.
now Bill Belichick has obviously earned enough to not get fired, but it will be like, hey, here's the deal, you got to retire.
Damn, hey,
Yeah.
when you're right, you're right. It was Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that timeline lines up. He was like a 3 to 4 year starter at Iowa State. Maybe even like 5 years because he had the COVID.
David Montgomery that game, 19 carries, 149 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Pretty good. You forget that they had a really good run on running backs at Iowa State. They had Dave Montgomery into Brees Hall. And I think they had somebody before David Montgomery also. Maybe I'm just getting Dave Montgomery mixed up. But still, I think it was like 4 years of Dave Montgomery into 4 years of Brees Hall, which is pretty crazy.
And nothing to show for it.
And nothing to show for it. Yeah.
But hey, they were the best.
And they say Matt
they were the
Campbell's
most
great.
together team of all time.
Also, follow up to the Pats win. This comes from Chase. Says Mac Jones guaranteed Week 1 starter in New England next year.
I hope for those poor New England fans. I hope. Have you seen all those TikToks? It's like, get your Christmas lists ready, and it scrolls over. It's like number 1, the Christmas list. I want Mac Jones to explode.
I have not seen that.
I think they deserve it.
Yes. Yeah. they deserve Mac
20
Jones'
years
exploding.
of just rubbing
Oh.
Tom Brady in our face.
Yes.
You know
And
what?
when
You're
the
right.
time comes, everyone will say, we deserve it.
That's a hell of a take, Noah.
Right.
That's a hell of a take.
It's
Well
almost
done.
one of those
Well
where
done.
you're like, I almost hope we lose to the Chargers, like in like week 14 or whenever we play them next.
Yeah.
Just so they keep Brandon Staley another year.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's the gift. That
Remember
keeps
when he
giving.
was a genius 2 years ago and the best coach ever? Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Remember when they were
He's ruined analytical
favorites?
coaches for everybody.
Remember when they
in the
future.
future.
When they were USA Today's pick to win the Super Bowl? Oh wait, I
That-
can't say every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that, man. I had the Chiefs going 10-7 this year.
You know what?
by the
I'll
way.
give it to him. I'll give it to him. Everyone was talking about that. There's, intern at USA Today that made that title. He's like,
This'll get 'em going.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like this will get everyone clicking.
Oh, the show's gonna love
Yeah, dude,
this.
he got a promotion and a raise off of the engagement from.
Oh, yeah.
from that
Hands
post.
down.
All right, two more takes, real quick. Both from Chase. Chiefs lost all of their remaining games. They would win the division.
Yeah,
They're
the Chargers.
they're up 3 games on the Raiders. They're up 3.5 games on the Broncos, which will become 3 or will become 2.5 if they were to lose this game. Or 2.
They could.
No, 3.
They could legitimately win the division.
Assuming that is also each division rivals only win, but I don't know how that would work because they would have to play each other still.
Right.
So if they played each other, they would all split
Yeah.
and then only beat the Chiefs.
I think mathematically it doesn't work out.
I don't think it's maybe 2 more weeks, and it could
I
happen.
think the Raiders would. I think
we,
the
6-1
Raiders would
now?
pass us. Yeah,
6-1.
we're 3 games up on the Raiders, but it would involve losing to the Raiders twice, and the Raiders
Well, I think this is a commentary.
can't
on,
lose all the other games to the other
They
guys.
still have to
'cause
play
then
the
they'll
Broncos
pass.
and the Chargers.
I think this is
Yeah.
Twice,
Chase
I
saying
think.
that the
Yeah.
rest of the league won't get better than 6 wins in the division.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs division will be very close too. If the Chiefs
Yeah, the battle
in
for
a
second place.
vacuum lost the rest of their games, and the other teams still played out the rest of the year like they will, they might not get over 6.
I think we don't finish but a half game back if it happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't
And
think
that's
that's
just
a
because
crazy
of
take.
math.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a crazy take, actually. That's funny.
Ooh. One more. I said we'd
Is
talk.
it a juicer?
I said yes. You'll love this one. Oh, the hoe's gonna love this.
O's gonna love this.
I know we said we'd only talk soccer just at the beginning.
Hey.
Calm down. This is a wink. You said a wink for Owen. Tottenham will end the regular season outside the top 4.
Oh, piss off. Get out of here. No way.
That's a very British take of you.
Fucking
There you go.
overreaction, dude.
Piss off. That's funny. Is he an Arsenal fan? Do you know?
No idea.
I don't know. You'll have to ask.
I already
Chase
bookmarked.
will listen and tell me.
I already bookmarked 1 tweet. Actually, 2.
All right. Fair
that
enough.
were anti-Spurs. I've bookmarked. I'm ready.
All right, let's cruise through. So this episode's under 2 hours. NFC South Team of the Week.
Falcons.
Listen, I can't.
Saints.
They went top the league. Went top the league.
Nope. I have to pick the Saints because listen, nobody deserves to be the NFC Team of the Week after that Bucks Falcons game, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
No, Desmond Ridder
That's
keeps
why.
fumbling it
That's
outside
why.
the end zone, keeps fumbling it inside the 5.
That's why.
Why?
Because only an NFC South team.
Bijan Robinson can't play because he just had a headache, doesn't feel good.
Doesn't
that was
feel good. Oh my god.
How does that go over with the rest of the locker room?
1 carry for 3 yards.
Oh man, I think I have a headache. I'm not going to play today. What do you?
Get out there. Get out there.
I
buddy.
hurt from my knees to my toes to my
Man,
elbows.
dude, maybe he just had a little bit too much sippy the night before.
He's got that. He had too much
that's
Bijan
true,
mustard
yeah.
the night before. He's got that Frank Clark random day of game
Yeah.
illness. I don't know. I think Frank Clark's got like maybe an autoimmune or
Frank
something.
Clark eats at strip clubs, so that's probably why.
That is probably why. Yeah.
Well, hey, speaking of eating at strip clubs, isn't that one strip club in Atlanta the one where Harden said he was getting wings from? Isn't that in Atlanta?
Yeah. Yes, where the wings were also named, I think, after Patrick Beverly.
Something
or
like that, yes. Isn't that
They have like the Pat Bev
Yes.
lemon pepper wings.
isn't
or-
that in Atlanta?
Yes. Oh yeah. Like Atlanta is supposed to be.
So that's where Bijan was.
Like people were like, "Oh, Las Vegas has strip clubs." Apparently, Atlanta is supposed to be like the strip club capital of the world. Apparently, it's supposed to be incredible.
That's so awesome.
Well,
I can't wait to never go to any of them.
I think after watching 3 of the 4 teams play, we can actually say the Panthers were the team of the week because we didn't have to watch them play.
Yeah.
So they.
Yeah.
Hats off to
Team of
the
the
Carolina
week.
Panthers. You didn't lose a game this week. Great job, guys. Keep
Way
it
to
up.
go, guys.
Way to go, guys. All right. As always, we ask weekly. Who's the best team? This says week 6. It's actually after week 7. Who's the best team in the NFL after week 7? This is the first week I will finally say it's the Chiefs.
Thank you, bitch.
I've just been reluctant, but the offense finally looked okay for a
It
while.
was so okay. Patrick Mahomes had 400 yards.
A lot of it in the first half.
Shut your ass up.
323 in the
Shut your
first
ass
half.
up.
Only
if I
100
tell
yards.
you, if
Only
I tell
100
you
yards.
any week, no matter what opponent, I say Patrick Mahomes is throwing for 400 yards. There are 0 times you're saying, "Oh, we lose." Yeah, shut up.
I think if you told me that he had 400 yards against the Dolphins,
Shut
He
up.
would say we
I think I'd still go. I don't know.
So the Dolphins, which lost to the fraud Bills,
Correct.
Yes. Yes.
you motherfuckers.
If anybody could compete with it, though, it's the Dolphins.
Yeah, the double fraud cancels out, huh?
Yep.
I
Yep.
hate the fucking.
I'm gonna take my Chiefs out of it for a second, and I'm still gonna say the Eagles.
Yes.
I know they just lost to the Jets.
Well, you're not-
I
They just
know.
lost to the Jets with Zach Wilson.
That's a great
Listen,
defense.
that's
It's a great
probably the
defense.
best defense in the league. I would say.
I mean,
It's
they're
a sneaky.
Really good.
People are not talking about them. Like, I just read an article from ESPN that had best 3 defenses as Browns, Chiefs, Ravens, and then Jets were like honorable mention. I think
the Jets are probably the best defense in the league.
They're really good. They are. That's true.
And we saw how the Chiefs played against them. Right, looked like
They're
we're
very
gonna-
good.
Looked like we were going to blow them out earlier. It was pretty similar game script,
But no,
with the Eagles.
No, we didn't have
But-
Truman's goat, McCole Hardman that game.
That's the difference. We needed a jet sweep on 3rd and goal
We need a
from
jet
the 2
sweep
yard
to
line.
after he drops a touchdown pass.
Yes.
Don't forget that. Or
I
fumbled the
would
previous
still say
drive.
the Eagles. They just have a lot of playmakers. They have a good defense too. I'll rock with the Eagles.
Dude, I could
That's fair.
play make in the NFC East too.
All right, real quick, Owen, breakdown. Oh, shoot, I don't have it open. No, I'm going to cry. Oh, we break down our week 7 picks. So me and Owen picked.
Damn, that should look like it's terrible.
Me and Owen. Well, no, that's a different one.
Yeah, it's the Grub Buds.
Oh yeah,
that
it
should
was
look
bad.
terrible.
It was not great. So me and Owen picked every single game in the NFL before the season started. We picked all 272 games.
Yeah,
So
before the season started.
Yeah, it was
yes.
sick.
Okay.
Yes. So
That's why it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's because we don't, we
You
only have
you know
a
nothing.
thought of
you
how
know
good these teams are going to be.
paper. That's it.
yes, it's all narrative based. And this week I went. Depending on how I guess this game comes out, I went probably 7 and. I went 6 and 7.
That's
How did
not
I go?
terrible.
I went 7 and 7. Sorry.
How did I go?
You went. God damn it. You went 9 and 6.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
I'm insane.
Did
He's
you
been-
pick the Dolphins?
Probably not.
Did you? I could check it real quick. Let me check them.
I don't know. All I know is that I rubbed it in Truman's face when Truman was up big last year when we picked all the games.
I
He was
got
up
up big early.
And then in the last 5 weeks, I stormed back and won. And so I've been rubbing it in Truman's face that I beat him. But this year, I'm like, my picks have been good.
So what?
We all picked Miami to lose this game. Actually, we all picked Miami to lose. That game.
Nice.
Dang, we're fucking.
There you go. You knew.
Yeah, we didn't believe we'd be. I think our narrative at that point was that Tua would be hurt.
I think we did
that's
say that.
fair. That's fair assessment.
Yeah, I don't think Tua is a top 5 quarterback. I think he's a top 10 quarterback.
He's a top 15 quarterback.
I think he has great weapons.
You can't name 15 guys better than Tua Tagovailoa right now.
No, you cannot.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence.
All right.
Trevor Lawrence,
Okay.
Kirk Cousins.
No, come on. Now you're hating. You're a
You're
hater.
reaching. First of all, Kirk Cousins is the 6th best quarterback in the league.
Yeah. Well, this is in no particular order.
Okay.
You're Netflix brained.
This is in no particular order.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford,
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, C.J. Stroud.
No,
Absolutely not.
no, hell no. You knew you were in trouble.
First of all, you snuck one in there with Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
That's
wait,
fine.
yeah, we
Well,
should've
come on,
checked
no. Matthew Stafford's better than Tua.
No, he's
Absolutely
not.
not.
No, he's not.
Matthew Stafford's going nuclear in that Dolphins offense.
And what's their record? How are they winning?
Matthew Stafford would be worse than 5-2 with this Dolphins team.
You don't think Matthew Stafford can throw a 7-yard slant?
No. God
They just
damn it!
lost
You
to
watch the
Pittsburgh.
deep ball. Watch to it. I hate you, dude. God damn it!
You know
I feel
what?
like I'm talking to Matt.
I'm gonna
Dog
get a
right now, dude.
hat. I'm gonna get a hat, and it's gonna say "professional hater" on the front, and I'm gonna put it on when I'm hating on the Dolphins.
Good.
I'm with you a little bit because I have a buddy of mine that's a super big Dolphins fan. And, woohoo, you put up 70 on the Broncos, and the media jumped all over you.
First time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. We needed to take a step back on the Dolphins.
Right.
They are not top tier yet.
No, not yet. But
Keep
they're
trying to show you that they're frauds, and no one's taking the signals.
top 5.
It's like the
top
ex-girlfriend.
5 team.
It's like the girlfriend
Top
that keeps
10
telling you about
team?
her male best friend and how he's just so silly and funny, and you keep telling her that he's hitting on you, and she just refuses to take the signals.
Fair enough. Steam versus Machine. Machine did not do great this week. I'll say it.
Machine.
Yep. Not great. So, neither did Steam. So, Owen, 5-team parlay of the week.
It fucking crashed and burned, dude. That shit was awful.
You picked 5 teams.
And I went 2 and 3. This is my worst week I've had ever.
So, Owen picks a money line parlay. 5 teams every week.
I told you guys.
We cashed the second week of the season and won each one $150. And we've not gotten close since.
That just means you're due to hit next week. They got to let you win every now and then to keep you coming back. That's how
Absolutely.
gambling works.
Yeah.
That's
MGM, when they saw me place
Every gambler quits right before they win $1 million.
well,
bajillion dollars.
what I always say, Noah, is that you can only lose 100% of your money, but you can gain 2,000% of your money.
That's true. That's right.
Yeah. So all of last week's freaking team
What?
games,
Yeah.
the slate of games was very hard to pick.
It was.
And I picked them wrong on the spot. It was a lot of minus 110s plus 140s.
Okay. All right. You're killing time. I know you're killing time to try to pick teams.
Well, I was opening my app actually.
See, either way.
Normally I just kind of go eye test and just kind of scroll here.
Or I'll help you out. Miami Dolphins over the New England Patriots.
I'm not.
I'll help you out.
No, I'm not.
Easy start.
I'm not picking the frauds.
Bills over Bucks.
No. Here's an easy one. Jets over Giants. Start there.
Who's starting quarterback? Is it going to be Tyrod or is it going to be Danny Dimes?
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
I think it matters.
Is that one dude? Is Brian Daboll still the coach?
Yes.
Great coach. All right.
Fuck this slate. Texans over Panthers.
I'll take that.
That's an easy
Here we
one.
go.
Whoa, they're only 3-point favorites. That's actually
That's
great.
that's
Give me
great
the
bet,
Browns over the Seahawks.
I could see it.
Okay.
Chiefs are somehow minus 400, so we're gonna take that.
Minus 375 on DraftKings even.
And then we are going. Oh my gosh, the last one. These are hard to get value.
I
here.
gave you 2.
I'm not picking the fucking.
Pick the Dolphins.
I'm not picking
Pick
the Dolphins.
coward.
No. I'm not doing it.
Coward.
Give me a little sprinkle, motherfucker. Give me Jags over the Steelers.
Interesting. Okay. I was gonna say Ravens over Cardinals, but this has classic Ravens letdown written all over it.
Yes.
This has right about the time you start to believe in the Ravens written all over it.
Well, someone said, I think you said it inconsistent earlier, and that's exactly what
Yes.
they are.
Yes.
So
Plus 1280 on DraftKings if you bet Owen's 5-team parlay. Say it again, Owen.
Jets, Texans, Browns, Chiefs, Jags.
Fair enough. All right, there it is.
I like it.
My goat, CJ Stroud. Hashtag
Call
better than
FanDuel, get the boost on.
hashtag better than Tua. Oh no, well
Call
MGM just constantly gives me these parlay boosts.
Yeah,
Very
because
cool of them.
they're like, don't worry, buddy. Here you go. Yeah. Oh, we got you covered, buddy. All right.
I won a couple bets today and lost another one because Tottenham didn't have enough corners today, which was frustrating.
Classic. All right. Which brings us to our top 5 of the week. Top 5 sitcoms. Owen, would you like to go first?
You
have
Show
to
us
go
how it's
first.
done.
I will go
You left
first.
us on a cliffhanger.
Well, my
earlier.
number one pick, I don't know, you might yell at me, might not call it a sitcom, but I think it's sitcom-y enough.
Okay. All right.
Number 5, Jess.
What?
Jess?
New Girl.
Sorry, New Girl, yes.
Oh, okay.
New Girl.
I was
Whoops.
like,
Yes.
wow.
Shows you how much
Who's
I
that
watch
girl?
sitcoms.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen too many episodes, but the ones I have been funny. Number 4, here's where I'll put Friends. And I think it needs to be in your top 5 because of just the sheer scale of it and how how famous it is. But
It's not in my top 5, I'll tell you that.
interesting.
All right.
Ooh, I just actually remembered one.
There is a question of what do you consider sitcoms?
I just
Does it have to
remembered
have a
one.
laugh
I'm
track?
replacing Friends with Scrubs.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Okay,
replacing
I'll
Scrubs
take
counts.
Scrubs. Scrubs
Okay.
is good.
Uh,
Vastly underrated.
Number 3, How I Met Your Mother. Once
Ooh,
again,
great
haven't really
pick.
watched it.
Mhm.
These sitcoms have way too many seasons and way too many episodes that are all 40 minutes. I don't have that much time. Yeah. So number 3, How I Met Your Mother.
40 minutes.
Are they long episodes? Are they not?
No.
They're 20-minute episodes.
Yeah.
I'm still.
All
not
these were on network
I'm
television.
still not grinding 12 seasons. Anyway, number 2, Seinfeld.
Okay.
I do like some Seinfeld. I think it's underrated.
You're not gonna put like Game of Thrones number 1 or something stupid.
No,
are
That's
you?
not a
it's
sitcom.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I was just.
And
you
number
s-
1, It's Always Sunny. Does that count as a sitcom?
That is
Yes.
definitely a sitcom.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
six.
sweet.
I'll give
It's
that
Always
to you.
Sunny is my number 1.
That's a surprise pick. I didn't not peg you for a It's Always Sunny. Kind
Hey,
of
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really watch too much TV, to be honest.
All right. Give me your 5 through 1 again.
Number 5, New Girl. Number 4, Scrubs. Number 3, How I Met Your Mother. Number 2, Seinfeld. And number 1, It's Always Sunny.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
It's Always Sunny is hilarious.
It is funny.
If I'm gonna watch a sitcom all the way through, I'm gonna go with It's Always Sunny.
Fair enough.
Oh, did you get addicted to crack?
The later seasons have been not. It's hard to capture what they really had in those.
Yeah, it's
like,
hard to capture.
seasons like 2 through.
Yeah,
once Danny DeVito joined the show, it's hard to capture what they had for like those first like 6 or 7 seasons. But the last couple have been a little worse, but still pretty good.
Yeah, it's because they can't be as openly racist, sexist, homophobic as they could in like the late 10s.
They
Like
get
the-
canceled.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
late 09, 08. Like you could say fucking whatever on shows. You can't do that anymore.
Fair enough. All right, I'll go next. We'll let you go last. Be nice. It'll be a nice like.
Well, also here, real
Finale.
quick. To be fair, It's Always Sunny did the kind of the racism baiting jokes, especially on like the first episode, where like it portrays the audience as racist because it's Charlie playing like Bones with all those dudes and doing the other stuff, and Dee is the racist one who doesn't get why Charlie can. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Okay.
It's close. It's supposed to trick the audience.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I'll always give a couple honorable mentions. Owen hates this that I do this.
Fucking hell.
You have to. Okay, so there's so much
We gotta
television
stop
out there.
being
There's so many
I knew
television.
I would forget
the
some.
point of the top 5.
I only had one similar in common with you, which was a surprise on my list as
That's
well.
a lot of sitcoms.
Whoa, that's actually
Okay,
wow.
give your honorable mentions.
Honorable
coward.
mentions. I'll throw It's Always Sunny and New Girl down there. I think both were
Didn't crack your top 5.
very different. No, I don't
It's
think
always
so.
sunny in your top 5.
I don't think so.
What's your top 5? I'm waiting with bated breath, Truman.
I think there's really only one surprise here, and I think it's not even. If you know me, it's not that much of a surprise, but I think it'll be a surprise.
Sure.
And I think we will also raise the question of what is a sitcom.
Okay.
Number 5, How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
Terrible ending to a show.
You think that ending is bad?
Oh, it is bad.
You wasted 14 seasons to know what you've known from the second one on, but it's a good one though.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it for me. I'm gonna eventually watch it. I'm pretty sure I know the ending though.
Okay, number 4, and this is a question. Letterkenny. Sitcom?
I don't think you can count that as a sitcom.
I'm gonna leave it in there.
Well, but are we only counting shows that are sitcoms because they have kind of like laugh tracks?
Right, because Scrubs doesn't have a laugh track. It's Always Sunny doesn't have a laugh track.
fuck. Am I a moron? Okay, I'll have you guys do your lists, and then I might call myself a giga moron for leaving one of them off my list.
How about another honorable mention to Frasier?
Ooh, great
Shout out the 2 a.m. when you wake up, come up from downstairs, and you're like, what is? You're like, what is this show?
Crazy. That's a great pull.
Bigoted scrambled eggs. Or
you're like, what is this show?
That
And your
smooth jazz
your
song
mom or
goes
dad
like-
sitting there like, oh, this is Frasier.
This is
You're like,
Frasier,
what?
yeah.
Great pull.
Oh man! Speaking of 2 a.m. shows that are on at 2 a.m.
George Lopez.
George Lopez. The George Lopez show.
That's I fell asleep on the couch and I didn't know it. And oh my God, it's 3 a.m. Why am I on the couch? Nobody woke me up.
Hearing that cowbell start playing, yeah. All right. Number 4, Letterkenny. Depends how you feel
I'll
about
allow
it.
it.
Number
I'll allow
3, this is where I'll put Friends. Friends has. I think
It's too
it's a
culturally
legacy
relevant.
pick. There's a couple legacy picks here.
You don't mean it. You're not sitting down and watching Friends as
Yeah,
your
but
top
I'm-
5 shows.
I'm actually
Sure, but
going through.
You know the intro song.
That's true.
I'm watching Friends right
has
now.
iconic
actually,
scenes.
for the first time ever. I've been sitting down. Tina's a big Friends person.
Yeah,
So I've
have you been
like,
laughing, Truman?
I chuckle at times.
Oh my!
There's-
Get him!
Okay,
There's
so if you're ever moving a couch, you just have to say pivot, right? Like you just
Yeah.
pivot. Okay, that's like my favorite scene, the
I
most
thought-
iconic scene for me that I remember from Friends. But
I thought that would be such a longer bit. He
Yeah.
only yells it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be like the whole episode is
Hey,
him
dude,
yelling that.
that
The amount, the
killed
the
Gen
way
X.
people talk about that, it's crazy. Number,
Millennials, dude, they're slapping their knee for that.
I have like laugh like huh, like when I see
it's
something.
like little
yeah,
chuckles.
it's not gonna make me drop dead laughing. Scrubs number 2. You said Scrubs and I was like, oh fuck me, I forgot how funny Scrubs was.
Scrubs was hilarious.
It was
vastly underrated, vastly underviewed. I don't think it had a wide network of folks
All right.
that watched it.
But
What's
whenever
your-
you say Scrubs and anybody who's seen it, they're like, yeah, Scrubs is it. Yeah, for
What's
sure.
your number 1, Truman?
Number 1 has to be Seinfeld. Number 1 is Seinfeld is the Hall of Famer.
The
GOAT.
sitcom.
Has to be mentioned
It's the
in your
staple.
top.
What
the
is the
Tom
deal?
Brady.
It's the
He's
blueprint.
Yes, the Tom Brady's of sitcoms.
I don't know though.
I went a vastly different way than you guys did.
That's fine.
I'm ready.
That's what we like. That's what.
What
good.
is the deal with those things, George? Well, I met this woman, and she kind of makes bombs for the CIA. She makes bombs for the CIA. She makes bombs for the CIA. Oh, hey,
All right.
Kramer. I met.
So
Tell me that's not an episode.
All right.
for me at number 5, I did have Frasier. Okay.
Did you really?
Dude, yes, classic, great show. Like,
I do
not,
think it is kind of funny.
not like ha funny, but like it's just a good intellectual show that like you kind of laugh at it, you chuckle
It's.
at it.
I think it did like the 70s blueprint,
Right.
Because you know, like nowadays, TV assumes that the audience is like stupid,
Right.
But like 70s shows, like assumed that the audience is
Was
smart.
you're intelligent,
and that was
yes.
like the Frasier was like the last one of those.
I enjoyed it. Nobody pulled this one. Number 4, The Nanny. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Great
Nanny.
show.
Yep.
Used to watch it with my mom every morning before school.
Never seen it.
So as a staple in my rotation.
Never seen it.
Number you never seen it?
Friends.
Oh, you
Oh,
gotta go
Fran,
watch it.
dude. Yeah, you gotta. Go
Number
back and watch
3,
this for sure.
Roseanne. Is
Okay.
that number 3?
Oh, I've seen
Yeah.
some Roseanne.
Okay.
I also I've
just
thought
a,
of 2 more. By
just
the
a
way.
Midwest classic. Just
Yep.
life in the Midwest. Just perfect staple.
Oh fuck! I screwed up.
Number 2, How I Met Your Mother. Fantastic show.
retooling.
Hilarious. Growing more relatable by the day as we get closer to 30.
Yep.
And number one, which I'm surprised neither one of you guys said this one, is That 70s Show is absolutely number one.
I thought of that at the end here.
See,
I've also added 2.5 Men, and I've also
I totally
thought of
forgot
King of
about Two and a
Queens
Half Men.
also.
And King of Queens. Okay.
I haven't seen too many
I boot
episodes.
Frasier for 2.5 Men.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Two and a Half Men at 5.
I'm completely
Again, another one that in the last couple
Yeah.
seasons,
Not the same
Yeah,
once
Ashton
Kutcher comes
Kutcher.
in.
No, yeah, that's tough.
Oh, I gotta retool mine because I know what my number one is.
What's your number one now?
Hold on, let me retool. Are we counting The Office as a sitcom?
You're not putting it number one. Yes,
I think
it's a sitcom for sure.
Then it's
I
got
think,
it.
I think there will be people freaking out that we had all of our sitcoms and not a single one of us.
I
put The Office
was
on.
not a fan. I don't. It's there. I've seen it.
I love The Office. I haven't.
People who love
I
it love
haven't-
it.
It left no impression. Like it's kind of like you were saying. Like I'd get
Alright.
like, huh. Like
Yeah,
that's-
you're either a Friends person or an
Yeah.
Office person
That's
typically.
My
but
new
sometimes
top
neither.
5
I'm a neither.
retool.
That's right. Top five. all right.
Retooled because I remember my number one. Can't believe I forgot. Sorry to this show.
Parks and
Number
Rec could also
5.
be up there too, I guess.
How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
Number 4, Scrubs.
Okay.
Number 3, Seinfeld. Number 2, The Office. And number 1, Home Improvement.
Oh, that's
Dude,
a good
I
pull.
fucking
That's a
love-
good pull.
I fucking love Home Improvement. On a I don't remember what car ride it was, but we had picked up like a season or 2 of Home Improvement from the library.
Yeah.
My dad was like, "Hey, you should watch this." You know, I used to watch, like, I watched this in college and stuff, and it was really funny. And so we ended up popping it in because we were bored. Loved it. We watched like a whole 2 seasons.
Bro.
And my dad was like, "Are you guys still watching Home Improvement?" We were like,
Fantastic
"Yeah, this is awesome."
show.
Yeah. So the other guy,
That's my number one.
the other guy that was the host of Tool Time, I cannot remember.
Al
his name.
Borland.
Yes,
Al?
Al Moreland. He was the Wichita Wind Surge, which is like
Yes.
the amateur basketball team. I got this ad on TikTok a couple times. He was like, they were like hosting a '90s night or something,
was
and he was like, "And I'll be there, Al from Tool Time, from Home Improvement." And I was like, "Damn, that was really the only thing I've ever seen that guy in ever."
That was like a forgotten memory. You just said that and just pulled. I watch
Yeah,
that show
no,
all the time.
Oh wait,
What?
what about Full House?
I thought about Full House. It
Yeah.
was discussed.
Ooh, what about Everybody
Which
Loves
is-
Raymond?
See, that's one of those
That's
I
a
never
lower tier
watched
for me.
See,
I've
it's
watched
honestly-
it.
Everybody knows it.
That's
but
a
I feel
bit
like,
below. Like
Honestly-
I got King of Queens, and then like Everybody Loves Raymond. Kind of.
Everybody Loves Raymond is gonna boot How I Met
I
Your
can't
Mother
remember.
for
Did
me.
Everybody Love Raymond?
Boots How I Met Your Mother.
Because I've
It's a-
actually seen Everybody
Okay,
Loves Raymond
all right.
episodes. I really have not seen very many episodes of How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, gosh, there's another one.
Scrubs is on there just because I know it's good. I haven't
Yeah.
really seen very many.
We're gonna get. People are gonna text us. I know, on
Home
Wednesday or
Improvement,
Thursday,
they-
and be like,
you
"You
can-
forgot." What?
That's what I said. It's hard. There's
Dude,
so much television out there.
You can slam me. I love Home Improvement. It is my number one.
No, but
sitcom.
I don't think anybody's gonna slam you for that. It's great. I could see an argument for number one.
Yeah.
Fucking dude.
But it's
It's
great.
great. It's hilarious. I love it.
A lot of life lessons in it too. That's
best
that's
part
like
of-
those early '90s sitcoms, or
Yeah.
like oh my god. Speaking of which, Boy Meets World. I forgot about that one. Does that count? Because that is a fantastic staple for our childhood.
Well,
Oh,
are
if
we
we
gonna-
start getting into Disney shows,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then
Well, are we
it's-
gonna count Drake and Josh?
That's So Raven. You've got
Are we
Hannah
gonna count Drake and
Montana. You've got all.
Because
those
if we can
Drake
count Drake and Josh,
Are
it'll be
those
Drake and Josh.
sitcoms? Right.
Yeah, and
Is
then
it?
we're drawing the
It's
line
more-
between cartoons, and then
Yeah, it's
I
more
think
of-
Well,
cartoons
'cause if you look
can't
up,
be a sitcom.
if you look up sitcoms like Simpsons and stuff like that, comes up under sitcom.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Then it's
right.
Family Guy.
I say
bro.
yeah. Then that's
Family
why I
Guy.
said
American
I'm not
Dad.
gonna, yeah, I said I'm not going to count that because those are all top 5 right
American
there.
Dad
Just
has
all those.
like
Yeah,
American
you can do
Dad-
just cartoon shows on
yeah.
its own.
American Dad has all-time clips, but the full episodes aren't that great. Family Guy is the most clippable show of all time.
Yeah, I say I had the exact Family Guy is way funnier, but American Dad is like a better show, like to
Yes.
watch all the way
The
through
short
the episode.
cutaways are the
Yeah, but Family Guy's
funniest
super
TV
funny.
ever.
Family
It's like
Guy
that
was
time I
made
ran-
for TikTok. At this point, it's
Yes.
been made for TikTok.
Family Guy. It's like that time I won
Yeah.
that marathon, and then you see him driving through the crowd.
I think there's not a single day that goes by that I do not quote Family Guy.
No, yeah, it's all right. That's it. That's the show.
Oh wait, if we're counting sitcoms,
Oh,
does fucking the Boondocks, does that count as a sitcom?
That's
mean,
definitely not a sitcom.
Once you get cartoons involved, the Boondocks is basically cartoon like It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
For me, in a similar way.
No, we ain't finding.
I don't know.
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
All right. I need to go to bed. I'm
Yeah,
ready
it's
for
that time.
Dude,
It is
you
11:15.
can't just bring up
I have a 30-minute
sitcoms.
drive
There's-
home.
I just as we got through this, I realized how many there are.
Oh yeah, I was having this dilemma when I was coming up with this list.
Yeah. All right.
All solid lists, I think.
Oh, and real quick, thank the Patreons.
The patrons,
Yep.
fucking out 3 years. You
I'm
can't-
tired.
you
I'm
can't
tired.
say
I'm
patrons.
tired.
Love this guy. Anyway, shout out to Aaron, Meltbox, Dylan, Skylar, and Joe. Appreciate you all.
Absolutely. Noah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, man.
thank
You
you
were
guys.
great.
This was
You were
awesome.
awesome.
I
You were
loved
great.
it. I loved it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Got to get a real one. Twitter. Do you want people to follow you? You shout out your Twitter.
I
Things
don't
you wanna
even
shout
know
out?
what my handle is, to be honest with you. Hold on.
Find him on Facebook
I
at
got-
first name, last name.
Yeah, no, my Twitter is at efatboy. So
efatboy?
Yes.
That's a hell of a Twitter tag.
Yeah. Fair enough. Better than Owen Gosh Dahm on Twitter.
My
Better
Twitter
than-
name's kind of weak.
Better than at Steam Machine.
Or our X names.
Right. Oh gosh. No, I
We're
refuse.
X-Men now.
Dude, it's, hey,
Yeah,
hey,
kinda
that's a
fun.
banger
That
tweet.
is kind of fun. Yes, but either way, we appreciate you guys for watching. Hey, if you guys want to catch this, if you want to see it in video form, it's on YouTube. If you want to see it not video form, you try to see it in our face, go watch it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you podcast.
I think we
anything
can
else
figure
shout
out how to put the video on Spotify as well.
Yeah, I've heard it's worse if you put the video on Spotify. I've heard it locks
do
you
videos
close.
on Spotify.
Yeah, apparently.
You learn something new every day.
Hey, but we'll see you guys next week. We appreciate you for being here. See you.